Good
They're
evening,
breaking the
ladies and
doors
gentlemen.
down.
We are live. Scott Matusow, Jessica Reed with the Beerman. That's right. Tonight, brought to you by my favorite beer, Bud Light Platinum.
Brought to you.
Jess,
Are they paying you? Are you getting money from them?
I hope one day I do.
Well, that would be nice. Boy, there's certainly a lot of people that are banging down the doors to come in here, but they're taking their off in their busy schedules just to come in here and listen to what's going on in this room.
Don't worry. It takes a couple minutes to warm this room up. Once you make it public, people start coming.
Oh yes, if you build it, they will come. Hmm.
Exactly. You have to introduce the show. And you know what? Some people actually enjoy watching these shows on the archives, they tell me. So for all our archive friends, welcome in. How you be on this Tuesday night, February 17th, 2015. It's the Beer Man Live with Jessica Reed and Scott Matusow tonight. And I know Jessica's got a lot to
Let's
say,
go
so
take a
what's your
piss.
rant tonight?
Scott interrupted me. Now Scott's being quiet. Well, what do you want to talk about tonight?
Scott, you're live. All right, let's make Jessica the star now. Forget it. We'll put her live. There we go. You're the star now, Jessica. Everybody sees Jessica on the big screen.
Well, they can see how tired I look then.
Oh, you know what? You're like the people in Boston. Look at that. We got our first viewer hanging out with us. What's up, person? Come on in the room and have some fun.
Yeah, I've been packing for my trip for Hawaii, so I'm especially tired looking tonight.
You're going to Hawaii, so what's the plans? You already make the itinerary up for the Hawaii trip?
No, the guy that I'm going there to inspect, I told him it was his responsibility to get my dinners all prepared, my social events, so I have a gentleman who's working on that, so
Wait, I just got back. You're going to inspect the man?
I
What are you looking
am.
for?
To make sure he's doing his job right.
Ah,
My
I see.
secret squirrel activities.
To make sure he's doing his job correctly. Okay, so you can make sure he's doing his man job correctly. So what kind of benefits are in it for you to make sure he's doing his job right?
I don't know, we haven't discussed benefits.
You're going to have to bring that up with him. You're going to give him a high score if he does what you want. Listen, buddy, you want the high score and the high marks? You want me to go back and report? You're going to have to give me some favors.
Looks like my friend Courtney just joined us too.
Hey, how you doing, Courtney?
What's up? What's up? Courtney is the most amazing woman in my life. Her and I watched 50 Shades of Grey over the weekend.
Oh, we totally did.
And I would definitely recommend everyone go see it.
Yeah, so, like, did you see the thing on the internet that is showing pictures of the VIP seating for the 50 Shades of Grey?
I know Mike's seen it. You've seen it, right?
Me? I haven't seen 50 Shades of Grey yet. What do I care about 50 Shades of Grey?
Ah, come on. Try something new in the bedroom.
Wait, what happened now?
What's that?
I didn't catch that.
I
What'd
can't
you
hear.
say?
No, there's a picture floating around the internet of VIP seating.
Yeah, did you see that yet?
He's gonna have
Mike,
to
you look
Google it.
confused.
What's that, Scott?
Mike looks very confused.
I think he needs to Google that picture.
Yes. Okay, so it's definitely floating around on Facebook. It's basically showing, like, the front row of, like, movie seats with dildos attached to them.
I'm gonna
What?
find it.
Movie seats with dildos attached to them?
Yeah.
Well, What's up with the sound effects? What's so funny about that? What if
That's our
somebody sits in that
producer.
seat that doesn't want to sit in that seat, huh, Mike? What if they sit down, they don't know if that thing is there? What happens then? What if it's the wrong spot? You go sit down and it goes into the wrong hole, huh? Then what's going to happen then? There's going to be lawsuits. Plenty of them. Mike.
Oh, I can't find the photo. This is so disappointing.
Then do we don't really want to see that? I mean,
Yes.
I don't know.
I know
Sounds
you were in
really-
that front seat, so don't even try to pretend.
Oh. No, that's going to create a sore spot. What's going on in news today in the world? To talk about there, Mike. Mike, it sounds like the wind is blowing very hard on you.
Lots of news, I'll tell you. There's a hell of a lot going on in the news. We have the latest news coming in from Russia. That's right. We understand that the situation with the Ukraine is getting ugly.
It's getting ugly, huh? Well, it doesn't seem like the market cares about that too much. Stock market really doesn't care too much about the situation getting ugly there. Also, some lead news today, Stop and Track, Department of Homeland Security halts immigration actions after court order, which is not a big surprise because Obama's executive order wasn't going to take shape anyway for a few months. So it doesn't shock me that that's happened. So there'll be a whole court battle with that one. I've been looking at some news here. It shows some more crap about ISIS that's been going on lately with those guys ramping up their head cutting off activities. You know, I don't know what it is that exactly what I know Jessica's involved in whatever it is, some secret stuff. I don't know. She probably couldn't comment on what I'm about to say, but you know, one thing I could tell you that within this country, we better start getting some stronger leadership, and we better start getting some stronger leadership soon because there's a lot of, you know, when ISIS made a comment, Mike, as you're probably aware, they said eventually they're going to fly their flag in the White House lawn, right? And you would think, well, that's a ridiculous comment they're making. Don't think it's so crazy. They could. You're like, how the hell could they do that? You mean, how that would be impossible. There's no way they could do something. Sure, they could. If they took out the power grids, they could. You know what would happen if they took the power grids out, Mike? What do you think would happen?
Oh, it would be very, very.
They took the power grids out. You think people were prepared?
Mike, over in Russia, you know what would happen?
Mike, get your mic up. It's bouncing. What is your mic in a bear keg somewhere?
No, it's not my
Mike.
microphone. I think we're getting feedback
there
from
we
one
go.
of the other chatters.
No.
I think Courtney, I think your mic was giving us feedback. So.
No, she's all right. So what would happen, Mike?
Well, no, I mean, if they took the power grade out, I'll tell you what, Scott, it would get ugly. I mean, people already are packing guns in their homes waiting for the day when the riots begin, okay? I work with
I
a
gotta
guy
help
who's
you.
over in Vietnam, and all he does is talk about his guns, man. He's ready to go, though, he told me. He said he projects one day for this to happen.
It probably will. Listen, it's not even about guns. You need to eat, and you need basic necessities. In that situation, you have to have a plan with a power supply, backup generator. You got to keep it incognito too, or the neighbors come in. You can't feed everybody in that situation, can you? You see, that's a situation that people aren't thinking about in this country, and they really should. I hate to be the party pooper here, but these are serious situations that I think that because our vacuum leadership is not being considered here. So while we're all having our fun and everything like that, we got these people that are pretty damn serious about doing some serious damage. You know, when you have a vacuum of leadership and you got weakness going on, this kind of crap could happen. So, you know, remember, Mike, you and I used to talk about, you know, potentially nuclear terrorist attacks and stuff. I don't know if you know this, but a guy checked out my wheel. I was selling some tires a few months ago. And the guy said he was retiring from the Department of Homeland Security. And we had a talk, and I told him I was in the Navy. I was in the IS specialist when I was in the Navy. And he's like, okay, and he started talking to me. And he started telling me about some of the drills that they run at Hoover Dam. He was telling me about some things that from detecting nuclear stuff. I used to think that was something to be worried about. Not anymore. If you go back in 2013, there was what appeared to be a test run in California on a power plant. They cut the phone lines. They shot it up. You'd be surprised. Our electrical grid is very vulnerable. So yeah, that's why I get to the point where people laugh at the thing when ISIS says, "We'll fly one of our flags on the White House lawn." Sure, they could actually do that. It's in the realm of
It's not going to
possibility.
happen, Scott. There's no way. There's no way in
I'm not
hell. That is
telling
not
you
going to
it's going to
happen. You're
happen.
not going to get an ISIS flag on the White House lawn. No way.
Look, I'm not telling you it's going to happen. What I'm telling you is it's not totally ridiculous. Is what I'm saying. Don't look at that lightly. Is what I'm saying. Is what I'm trying to tell you. And these guys are originally these guys were brought up, ISIS, basically for the Syrian thing, and I'm sure that American government in some way, and probably Israeli government, somebody was behind the original leadership in that. But you got people that are really broken up, and they have nothing to fight for but this. I mean, it's just their way of life. I know we don't understand that. We're like, these guys are they're barbarian, and this is their way of life in those countries. That's all they know is to fight and death, murder, kill. That's what they know. That's what they live on. They choose death over life. So it's not something that we're used to as Americans, seeing people like this. I just think we need to take it seriously. I think there's a failure in the American government actually to take this seriously. That's my opinion. Now, I could be wrong. I know Jessica probably couldn't comment on that because whatever she does, I don't know what it is she does, and she probably wants to keep it that way. But the bottom line is I think there's some problems here that we need to be a little bit more serious about a party pooper way. I don't think anybody's listening here anyway. So what else is in the news?
Well, let's talk about the massive snowstorm and the freezing cold temperatures. This week, the record low temperatures are going to be hit. As across the country, it drops to 10 below for lows this weekend coming up.
Except for I'm out in the West Coast, so we're getting good weather. It's in the 70s right now. Well, I bet it's usually in the 50s, so it's in the 70s. So what are we looking at where you're at, Mike? How much are they predicting snow?
We already had a snowstorm last night. We got 4 to 8 inches in this region.
4 to 8? What's the most we're looking at? Boston area, we're looking at another foot or two?
Boston right now looks like they're going to get a break. It's not going to be that bad, maybe another 6 inches tops. So the temperatures is what's killing everybody. I mean, you're talking -10 is real field temperature, and then you add in the wind chills, you're talking -40 to -50.
Yeah, I've been through that weather before, and I was in boot camp many years ago. God, it was like 25 years ago or more. How many years ago was 1986? That's 29 years ago. Holy shit, I'm old. But yeah, I remember it was 50 below zero. That's pretty bad.
Back in the day, I don't know. I mean, they're saying it's the first time in many years these temperatures are going to get this low. Now, let's talk about something that Jessica looks like she's bored there. Let's wake her up with a conversation here. So we were talking off air before the show with Jessica, and what we were talking about was Jessica was telling us about the situation in her love life. So me and you are going to be the experts here and try to help her out, solve her crisis.
No.
Well, see, she's like, no. Jessica's not bored. She's just thinking about, I love, ooh, he's such a nice guy. Ooh.
You haven't figured out who he is yet, so.
I'll figure it out. You haven't figured it out. I'll figure it out.
Nope, you won't. You have 3 guesses.
Well, I have to go look. I have to go look through your friends list. I'll figure it out.
And it's not that Scott. It's not that guy named Scott either.
What guy named Scott?
I don't know. He lives out in Vegas or something.
No, I'd be afraid of that. And she's like, Scott, I have a crush on him. I'm like, we haven't even met before. You're a creepy stalker. Get out of here.
I have a hair doll made of you.
No, a voodoo? Voodoo?
Yeah, a little voodoo doll. Do you feel that?
Ow! Ow! Don't do that to me. Not there. Oh!
Oh, you like it there. That's what you said last night.
Yeah, well, I lied. Or maybe I'm lying now. But, yeah, no, we'll figure it out. I mean, I was reading on her Facebook. She's like, she puts little things out there. She's like, take a chance in life. Do this. And she's like telling everybody else to take a chance. And she's like, I'm afraid I don't want to say anything to this guy. Which, in my opinion, is the guy should say something to you anyway. I mean, if you kind of already cooked up, I guess. So it's just like, I don't know. Maybe obviously it sounds to me though, Jess. He already is saying that he likes you anyway because when he's asking you how you're doing and you all right? There's a snowstorm. I mean, it sounds to me he already does care. So I would my advice on that is just let it play out. You don't have to tell him. He'll probably tell you, or at least it's more important for somebody to show you than to tell you anyhow. I think.
That's true. Very true.
I think it'll work out fine for you. And you'll be able to write. I know you have your blog. You'll write about it in the blog, and then maybe some other guy will come along, and you'll talk about your confusion, how you have feelings for someone else, and anything like that. I don't know. I like this guy though too. He's so nice.
101. That's tonight's topic, huh? It's a hot topic tonight. It's
Secret admirer.
After Valentine's Day, and we're all drinking here. I know I've got my beer. Jessica, I don't know if your camera froze or what happened there, but I don't see any movement out of you.
She's got a perma smile. See? Yeah.
I have my beer.
She's got her in a mug.
It is not.
What is that? It looks like some sort of Starbucks coffee can or something.
My coworker gave this to me because he lost a hockey bet against me. It's called Lucky 7 Porter, an Evolution craft beer.
Ah. So. That sounds pretty. That sounds pretty fancy.
So here's my beer.
Wow. Oh, there it is. Yeah, look at that. She has her beer. So you're still, Jess, you're still on your workout phase. How's your working out been going out since you've been starting?
I'm at that point where the scale isn't moving. I think I'm gaining muscle mass, so it's been a little frustrating because you want to hop on the scale and you want to see the numbers go down, but they just kind of stay. But it's like my clothes fit differently, so I'm trying not to think too much about it. And my Girl Scout cookies came, so that my diet's like out the window for at least 2 days.
Well, you have to have cheat days every now and then. So what? Got a lot of feedback, Messer. Mike, you're feeding back. Mike, you're bleeding. Mike, you're feeding back. What is coming out of your orifices? It's not making bad sounds. All right, well, let's ask. Somebody's got their tongue out there, and I can see you recording their tongue out.
I have my cookies now.
Oh, that's right. Uh-oh, gotta look at all those cookies. That's a lot of. That's gonna kill your diet for the last 6 months right there. If you go hoarding on them like a cookie monster, well, that's gonna definitely screw your shit up right there. So, Jess, what do you do? What do you do for work? What is your target when you work out? Talk to us about some of your workouts. What do you like to do?
I love the Insanity workouts by Shaun T. I go to the gym to do cardio. I've been told by many friends to start doing the whole weights, lifting the weights, but I'm so lost when it comes to the weight room. There'd be a YouTube video of me doing some kind of weird gyrating, humping thing. When it comes to the weights, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I stick to cardio.
Well, you see, that's why you're going to get to a how old are you? 31?
30.
30. All right. So, yeah, I guess you could still go with cardio. The older you get, cardio becomes less effective. If you feel you're stuck at some point, you do a combination of cardio, and once you get your cardio up there, actually the best thing to do is to lift weights. That's what I do with I work out 5 days a week. I 3 days of the week I hit weights very hard. The 2 or 3 days of the week, I do a lot of pull and resistance kind of stuff, and cardio that way. So I do a combination of different things. I've lost about almost 40 pounds in 3 months, and I've gained about twice the muscle mass. So, one guy was telling me, he was saying, oh, you can't get yourself a six-pack ab out of something. That's impossible. And I'm like, why is that impossible? And he was telling me how many reps you have to do. I'm like, that's wrong right off the bat. If you're constantly thinking with weights and you're looking at reps or how long even in cardio you're going to hit something, that's not it. It's about getting the heart rate up and then pumping. If you pump the weights, it's not about getting big or anything. It creates lean muscle mass, which helps burn fat and actually gets you into shape. Really good and shapes you up really good. So that's the important thing about doing that. I mean, you should try the weights. I mean, you could just do the machines. You don't have to do free weights like the machines that they have the different things. If you could get like a workout partner that understands that, and you can go ahead and just do some reps on that. You do 1 day on that, and the next day you do cardio. Next you switch on and off. That way you give your muscles a rest. go to cardio back and forth. That'll do it for you, and then you won't be disappointed. The scale will definitely move.
Okay. Yeah, I heard you're supposed to lift weights before you do cardio, that you burn more that way. Is that true?
Hmm. Actually, the other way around.
Other way around?
Yeah, you should do, if you're going to do on the same day cardio, and if you're like hitting a bike or something, let's say standard cardio, hit the bike for about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes on the bike, and then lift the weights, because it gets the blood flowing. Then you could go ahead and start lifting weights. I mean, you could do it both ways. I prefer doing the cardio first, that way. Also, what's important as well is stretching too. That you stretch it before any weightlifting and after, that you stretch really well, and you do that. So that way, well, you don't necessarily have to, but in case being a woman, you're not going to actually get mass like a guy does. But there's a lot of guys that will lift weights. Excuse me. They don't stretch. You know that look when guys are kind of have that pit bull? It looks like they can't stretch and they almost like they're swollen looking.
Yeah.
That's the guys that aren't really stretching right. What I'm trying to do, and the guys that you see, the guys that kind of have that look, and what's a good example? John Travolta in that 1983 film Staying Alive. You know, he's cut, six pack. He's not muscular, but he's more toned, like that. That's what I'm trying to go for. That's what you have to do by stretching. So that's probably better for a woman to do that. Very important that you stretch, and you have the stretching, you get the weightlifting and the cardio, and stretching actually is the most important thing probably, so that it's distributed correctly.
Yeah, definitely. I do a lot of stretching. So, because one of my other workouts is I have a fireman's pole in my garage.
Oh.
Hey, what?
A fireman's pole.
Please continue.
Wow, she's hardcore, Scott.
Well, I have to have upper body muscles to do push-ups for the military, and I want to have a fun way to build muscle. So I've been obsessed with pole dancing for years. So I was like, all right, I'm going to buy one. So it's in my garage.
You know, Mike, maybe I should have a crush on her after she just said that.
You know what? I think she's America's sweetheart right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have a fireman's pole.
Oh, yeah. I could definitely, if you want to, I'll definitely come on over. You could demonstrate that. I'll definitely be your personal trainer for free.
Okay, thanks. That's very generous.
Oh, my God. Mike, you're not saying much over there. You look kind of dumbfounded to me.
Yeah, he's wishing he had a pole in his house. That's what he's thinking.
A pole? What the hell do I want a pole in my house for?
You gyration. It's the same reason Jessica has a pole. What the hell is this, Darth Vader? What is this, Empire State? What the hell? Mike, I'd pay money to watch you dance on a pole, Mike. I like that. Your wife would like it too. Let's get you a pole, Mike. We're right behind you. We'll build into the roof.
Yeah, we can have a dance-off. We'll upload videos, see who they like better, me or Mike.
Oh, definitely Mike's going to win.
Mike? Wait a minute. Remember, I'm very limited at mobility because I'm still recovering from my injuries suffered in the Chrysler 200 being destroyed accident.
What? The what? What kind of injuries you have?
I'm recovering from the Chrysler 200 4 months old being totaled accident.
Oh, what happened to you in that?
I was on Interstate 95 on an on-ramp, and next thing I know, I'm getting creamed into, and car was completely destroyed.
Somebody rear-ended you?
It happened back in July of 2013.
Wow. Did it have insurance?
Oh, yeah, they had insurance. It's just, it's one of those, a very frustrating situation, especially with this cold weather. You wake up every morning and it's killing you. So it's like this,
Time keeps on ticking, yeah.
It's long and painful.
So you had injuries. How come you didn't go get yourself a lawyer if you're really hurt?
Well, I don't talk about that kind of thing publicly. It's being taken care of behind closed doors, as they say. All I will say is that I had an Asian woman that used to step on my back as part of the treatment. Oh my God, it was painful.
Really? An Asian woman that used to step on your back?
I kid you not. It's a true story. This Asian woman used to step on my freaking back and massage me with her feet, and I used to scream at the top of my lungs.
For how long of a massage would she give you? How long?
Oh, about a half hour long, and then she would go and put her feet with full pressure in certain areas. I'd scream, and she wouldn't stop. I was like, Jesus Christ, we're trying to
Holy
kill you.
hell! So she would give you a massage for a half hour. What would happen in the last 5 minutes of that massage?
A little excited.
See, that's why you want to not talk about it. I see. That's why you're
It
keeping
was
quiet.
painful, but it was exciting at the end, I guess. I don't know, but no
Yeah.
happy ending.
What is with these? What is with the sound effect? How many people are in here? Let's see. Nobody but us. It's very
It says
popular.
there's a couple people here. They're just ghosting somewhere. I guess they don't know how
Really?
to get into the chat room.
You didn't give them good directions. What else is in the news, Mike? Let's see. We talked about the
in the
negative.
news today, Beerman Network fired their promoter. They sucked.
Mm-hmm. Are you drinking,
Anyway,
Mike? You're getting
the
time.
big story, like I said, is the cold weather and the snow and everything like that. But there is other stories developing. Of course, the ISIS situation, you touched on that. And the Russian-Ukrainian situation, which I think World War III is coming in a couple of months, honestly. I'd be shocked.
A couple months. You on the Russian? Well, honestly, let's get serious here for a second. I wouldn't worry so much about that particular situation there as I would worry about if Putin decided that he wanted to make a move at a minor NATO country. That would concern me a little bit. If he wanted to make a move at Lithuania to test Obama's weakness, how weak he's going to be and what's the resolve of NATO. I mean, you could try something like that if he gets desperate enough. I mean, the lowering of oil prices has definitely hurt him from the deleverage that's gone on. Their rubles definitely hurt, so Russia's not in great shape. And a lot of times, you might have a point, wars sometimes come out of economic desperation. I think Putin knows that he would not get China, would not help him. China stands to lose too much money if they got involved in any kind of conflict that way. But China's pretty much taken over the world by buying everyone's real estate. They're doing it differently. I think personally, Mike, that we live in the world we live in today, I would say is the most dangerous since I've been alive, in my opinion. It's way more dangerous than the former Soviet Union. That was checks and balances, I think. So we had that check where, hey, if you fire a weapon, we're going to fire one, we're going to wipe each other out. So the threat of a global thermonuclear war kind of canceled the stuff out between the two superpowers. Now that we only have one, us, and I think we're being weakened, and with the former breakup of the Soviet Union, one thing that people don't consider is a lot of that former nuclear stockpile, that especially their suitcase nukes, obviously they can't do much with it unless you refused it. You can't get fission unless you have to keep it fused. My understanding is, I don't know if it's correct, but contacts I've talked to have said, I still have them, but far and few between that. They're out there. They're still out there, buried in certain spots. But you can't do. Let's put it this way: if I came to you with a former suitcase nuke from the Cold War era, I could throw it against your wall and it wouldn't do anything because it doesn't have a fuse. It's not fused. It needs nuclear fuel to be fused. But God forbid. But
situation though with North Korea, Iran, all these other countries
North Korea
could join Russia.
Now, North Korea doesn't. North Korea just basically, everything that John Yin, whatever, he just does it to keep his people in line. He's not an idiot. He's not crazy like people make him out to be, and he's not in control anyway in that situation. The former guard there watches everything he does. They tell him what to do pretty much and let him think
Hey,
he's.
Jessica, do you have an opinion on this, or?
No, I don't know enough about the topic, honestly.
Let's get back to the dating scene, because Jessica, you're an expert on that. Considering that
Yeah,
you seem like
she's
you
an
know a
expert.
lot of things, because you're the woman who's out there right now.
I wouldn't say I'm the expert. I don't think I'm the expert. I still need a lot of help.
No, she's not an expert. She's got a crush on somebody.
Well,
She's not in the
let's help
gangs.
her out then. Okay, let's help her out. We can do this.
Find me some courage, then.
All right, all single guys out there that watch this thing need to start sending their resumes, and we could send you out on a
Oh,
date
I'm
with
sure,
Jessica.
yeah,
Every
that's-
single guy that sends it in, we'll send her on it. We'll send you on a date with them. Down.
And I'm sure she's excited about that.
At least you're gonna go to date with fucking Juan Pablo. That guy's terrible. Yeah, the guy from ABC's The Bachelor, Juan Pablo. Speaking of which, I was watching The Bachelor, And they got this guy who's a farmer this season. Hey, it's a strange season of The Bachelor. I watched like 6 episodes in one night last week.
Really? 6 episodes? That's
Yeah, I like
obsessive.
to watch these shows.
Oh, wow. Did you ever watch you put on the gay channel, Mike? You like to watch that?
No, I probably dreamed that I was The Bachelor again. I would love to have 30 chicks come over and make me.
See, not
Would you?
me. Mm-mm.
So, Mike, you would like to have 30 chicks come over to your house, and being the fact that you're married, does your wife know about this?
What can I say, dude?
Yeah. You think that's
I was
really...
involved with Reverend Bob Levy at one point here a couple months
That's
ago.
true.
So, I mean, I am more like a Howard Stern type character. I mean, in
Oh,
all
my God.
reality, I don't know. Scott, what do you think? I did promise before the show that I got a little controversy to bring to the table tonight.
Oh, my God. Mike, you want 30 girls all of me. Do you know what that's like? To have a bunch of women always coming over and fighting on me?
Well, you know what? That guy on that show, do you think those tears were real, or was he really crying after he let the girl go?
Which show? Which one? Pablo?
No, the most recent guy, Chris the farmer from Iowa.
I don't know. I never watched that shit. That's such bullshit. People are so full of shit, man. But they're crap. These guys they live this way. Let me tell you something. Back in late 80s, early 90s, I lived that lifestyle. And the lifestyle I lived as a hard rock and roll guy. And with women and different things like that. It's not it's more complication than it's worth, dude. Trust me when I tell you.
Well, you know what?
You don't want to live that
way.
way.
I was single and I was dating the field, and you know what? I mean, honestly, there were some nights I liked it and some nights I didn't like it. So, the older you get, though, everything changes as you get older. I mean, let's face it, everything gets a little different as you get older.
It should get a little bit more mature. Start to think a little bit more. That's all bullshit. That's all bullshit.
Hey, look, I'll be honest with you. I want to produce this awesome reality show where it's like 15 single chicks and maybe 10 crazy older dudes. Like, I already got a bunch of single guys that I know that I've already want to cast in this show. I mean, one guy is this guy I work with. He's a legend. He's Cole Beer, they call him. I ain't going to tell you his whole name. But they nicknamed him Cole Beer. He's one of the guys. And then there's a few others.
And you're going to set these guys up with young girls.
What's up with Jessica and the facial hair? Scott, did you catch that?
No. What I missed?
I grew a beard.
What is she wearing? What is that?
Here.
Oh.
She got a mustache.
Hair suit.
I like the beard.
Wow, look at that. She could be touring with the Grateful Dead. Pretty cool.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the star of the show, Jessica, with her facial hair.
My curtains and drapes aren't all matching tonight.
Wow, that's sexy.
Wow, that's hardcore.
You're hardcore, Mike.
Oh, I am. I am. You know what? I've had a lot of different personas over the years. Different.
You look like a porn star. You look like a porn star.
I was listening to a show from years back in the early 2000s, and they actually were talking about me the whole show. I mean, really, they kept referencing me every 5 minutes. They'd say, "Oh yeah," they bring up my name constantly during the course of that show. I used to love the publicity. Why not? That's
why
a
would
good
they bring
life
up
when you're being talked about.
Why would they bring up your name? Are you talking about some of the restraining orders that various women filed against you?
Like Jenny?
Yeah.
Who?
Jenny McCarthy?
Oh, come on. You know what? Nobody can confirm that. Let me tell you something. I wish I would have filmed the end of that, what happened after the camera stopped rolling. She turns to me and says, "Good job," and high-fives me. So there you go.
I don't know. I've heard
True
differently.
story.
I've heard differently. I know somebody.
You know
I know
what,
somebody.
Scott, you do have connections in that business, so why don't you get us Jenny McCarthy on the air here so we can clarify it?
If I wanted to really push it, I probably could.
Oh, come on. We know you can get Jenny if you wanted to. You got connections.
Well, I'm friends with Karina Harney Jones, who's a former. She used to be 20-something years ago. She was Playmate of the Year, so she knows Jenny McCarthy and all that. Wow.
That would get interesting. Can you imagine if we got her on this show? That would be crazy.
I could bring Karina on her sometime if you want. I mean, I don't know. She's a good Christian girl. She's been trying to get me to go to her Bible study. I probably should go there. She's really nice. She's a nice girl.
I'll take anybody I can get these days. You know what I'm saying? Like, times are tough. We got 2 viewers. You know, I need to get like 2,000 viewers to get on the board.
You could get the devil there in the bottom right-hand corner. She's over there.
The devil.
I like Jessica. She's something really. There's something about Jessica. She's different. There's something unique about her. I don't know what it is. Something different about her. I like her though. She's cool.
She brings
something
all the
different
boys to the yard.
I'm just weird.
No, there's something really nice about her. It's hard to put my finger on.
Scott, just admit to everybody you have a crush on Jessica. We know it.
I don't have a crush on anybody. You know, I don't think that way anymore. As far as crushes go, I think there are certain women that are interested. She's definitely interesting. I'm too old for that, man. I'm 48 years old.
Scott, nobody would
I have a
turn
crush
down
on that
Jessica.
right there, what she's wearing right now. That turns me on.
That's what Jessica don't realize is all she has to do is approach her crush, and she won't get turned down. I'm sure.
Yeah, what's that turn down?
Turn her down.
She's already seen the guy that she's talking about. She's just her explanation was basically that it's kind of a thing, it's kind of a casual thing. She likes the guy. Truth deal is she has feelings for him. She's not sure if he has feelings for her, a kind of situation. So she's been thinking about that. I really like him. I'd like it to be more than just us. Whatever it is, the friends with benefits, whatever. I think that's where she's looking more at that. And maybe the guy will. It's hard to say because if the guy's just recently, gotten out of a situation, I could speak from a man's point of view. Sometimes it's hard for guys to move from one serious situation to another one. My advice to Jessica is just give it time. Would be the best thing. Enjoy the company. If you like the guy, you enjoy your company with him, and you just let things go to where it is. And at some point, you bring up that topic. It comes up. That would be my advice. I mean, how it goes. Otherwise, if you like being with somebody, you just be with them, and whatever comes out of it, it does. I mean, unless obviously there are guys out there that aren't good guys that will use women, but I don't get the sense that this guy's like that from what she's saying. He seems like a nice guy. So, if he is, then eventually, obviously, he's attracted to her if they've been hanging out in that kind of way. So maybe something good will come out of it. But I get the sense Jessica's the kind of girl, and I could be wrong, but as soon as it out there that becomes, okay, I like you now, she probably will lose interest and look for the next secret crush.
No.
It happens. I mean, look, everybody has those mood swings where they, go through different phases, I guess we'll call it.
Phases? It's just a human condition, dude. You're probably right, but it is what it is. Life is what it is, and it's complicated at the same time. It's not complicated. So you ask me, Mike, I don't believe in the crush thing anymore. It's kind of a waste of time. You're either with somebody or not. From my point of view, everyone's different, obviously. For me, there's a lot of women that are interesting. I think that have a lot to offer in different ways. I mean, I've seen women that most guys would find unattractive. I felt were attractive because there was something different about them. So, I mean, that's just me. Everyone's
All right,
different.
so let's see. What else can we ask Jessica? Do you have any other things you want to tell us tonight?
No, but you can ask questions. Give me a good question.
Okay, so let's see.
Embarrass me.
Embarrass you?
Wait, let me put my mask on so I'm not too embarrassed.
She's like Cher.
Oh, let's see. What can I ask you? All right.
She wants you to ask her a really challenging question. What?
Howard or Utley?
What's that?
Wait a minute. Are we on here?
Yeah, you're on, Mike.
Scott, come on. You ask the questions, dude. You're more creative than me. I can't even come up with it. All right, here we go. I got one for you. Who's going to win the Oscar Sunday night, Jessica?
Oh, jeez.
Who's going to win the Oscar? That's a little general, isn't it? Who's going to win the Oscars? Well, I really like the documentary from Germany. It's really cool. It's called Der Schwinger. I like that one. I think that'll win Best Documentary. What kind of question is that? You got to be more specific. Like, who's going to win Best Actor?
Okay.
I think Kanye West should just win them all.
Kanye West. Okay, that's a great point. So Kanye West runs on stage at the Grammys, but decides to make a U-turn, and because Beck won the a Grammy. Beck won it for what, best album or something? He felt
Yeah, I think it
Taylor
was,
Swift should have won it, right? So what do you think? Should have Taylor Swift won the Grammy?
or didn't he say Beyonce should have won it? Wasn't it Beyonce?
I thought he said. Oh, okay. I thought he said. You know what it is? Everywhere I turn this last 2 weeks, all I see on TV is Taylor Swift. Truth is, I probably wouldn't turn Taylor Swift down for a date if she asked for one.
Really? Why's that?
Because she's hot.
You would turn her down because she's hot?
No, I said I wouldn't turn her down.
Oh.
Married or not, Taylor Swift comes knocking, I'm running.
I've read some stories about her that she has relationships problems. She has some relationship problems. I've been reading that I don't know how true it is. I mean, I've read a couple of times that guys would complain she's too uptight. I don't know if that's true. It's artist type, though. I guess they could be that way from time to time. They're very serious about things. I can relate to that. I'm an artist type. So.
All right, I got a question for Jessica here. I thought of one. So if you're at your job and they told you only have about 3 months left, what would you do?
Well, I would travel the world because that's something I've always wanted to do. I'd go back to Germany because that's where I was born and I haven't been there since 1987. So I'd want to go back to Germany.
Okay, here's the next question. If you go back to the day when I walked up to you in the parking lot and asked you to come on a radio show with Reverend Bob Levy, what would you do differently this time and why?
I probably would have thrown my little beer pong ball at you.
Get a restraining order.
I'd be like, oh, there's a guy with a weird hat coming my way. Let's just go in my car, pretend I'm getting something.
Restraining order.
I would suddenly have to pee, and I would run to the porta potty at the other end of the parking lot.
Uh-oh. Hey, speaking of that, Jessica, why do you have a fear of peeing on an airplane?
This show's going directly to the gutter. Real quick.
I know this sounds very stupid, but I'm afraid of getting sucked out. I've never peed in an airplane, so I don't know if I'm going to get sucked through.
She's afraid of getting sucked out.
Using your facilities. I don't know. Where the
This
hell
is interesting.
This show is going straight to the gutter. What the hell is going on here?
So she's afraid. Hold on. She's afraid to use the bathroom on an airplane because she's afraid of the pressure might suck her through there. She'll end up in the sky somewhere and in a very disadvantageous position. Well,
Yes.
There is a lot of PSI there. You can make it that toilet could be a friend with a benefit. If you do it right. I suppose.
Join the Mile High Club with just the toilet? Is that what you're suggesting?
Just get like a safety restraint or something like that, and you could just spend the whole time in the bathroom.
Nice. Okay.
You're killing me. What the hell is this show going for? We're like that West Virginia tanker fire, man. We're on the track, and all of a sudden the thing just blows. No, that fire was nasty, though. Did you hear about that? The West Virginia tanker fire? It made 1,000 people evacuate their homes.
Wow, that's pretty screwed up, man. Well, that's what happens with tanker fires. But I like this conversation about the airplane now, Mike. I have a story for you about airplane, actually. And right before 9/11 happened, actually, I was on a flight before everything got really wacko. That they didn't allow smoking back then. I actually was a rabid smoker. I went to the bathroom after took a couple of drags. Somebody reported me. They asked me. I'm like, oh, I don't smoke. I don't know what you're talking about. I got really drunk on the plane, and I was cursing. They threatened to turn the plane around because I wouldn't shut up. But one thing, as drunk as I was, I knew right away to shut up. One guy threatened to throw me off the plane. He goes, I'll throw you right outside the door. Some big football guy. I'm like, I shut my mouth really quick, dude, on that one. I mean, I remember I got off the plane. I was so drunk. You want to hear the story?
Hey, I'm Scott Matusow. I'm a legend, man.
No. This is back in the year 2000. I got off the plane, and my friend had his friend who was a girl. I'm like, oh, that girl, you're so hot. I was so drunk. I got so drunk that night. It's just a true story. I got so drunk that night that me, him, and her ended up getting a hotel room together. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, did you take her for a ride in the rafter?
I didn't have a Raptor back then. I was a bum back then, dude. And I had like $2 in my name. Are you kidding me? That was a bum. No, I took her for There was a weird thing. We ended up in a hotel room in San Francisco. There was a Swedish couple there. I blacked out when I woke up. We were having a menage a trois, dude. All three of us were having some fun.
Hey, dude, I was actually thinking about buying myself one of those rafters. I looked into it.
You want to buy a Raptor? They're $60,000, dude. That's just stock.
Well, the highest I ever paid for a brand new car was what? I guess 35.
35, yeah. If you were to get a Raptor, I mean, if you get financing, first of all, they don't sell them anymore. They're not making them until 2017 because of the new Ford aluminum body. They have to redesign a lot of stuff. I saw the prototype of the new Raptor 2017. I wasn't wild about it. But, I mean, that would cost you a lot in financing, though, dude. I'd put you under. I paid cash for mine. Well, that's what happens when you play the stock market. Sometimes you give it, take it away. This year I'm down $20,000, though. I don't even give a crap.
Right now, I would say the best stock to buy is try to get yourself some of that oil stock. Oil prices are going to go way back up.
Don't be so sure about that. They'll fluctuate all the way anywhere from 47 to 53. But there's good companies out there you could look at if you. From my point of view, Mike, I'm sick and tired of the stock market. I want to look more into venture capitalism, actually investing money in real ideas and real people, rather than stocks and trading, because the whole thing's a damn scam. So that's what I want to do. I want to get more into venture capitalism. Maybe I'll invest in you.
I'll be honest with you. If this Beerman network had $20,000 to market itself and get the word out to the people, and be able to run contests where you give out like $1,000 to a person because they have a birthday, that's how they bring listeners on the radio.
That's true. I could invest though, Mike, but you'd have to be, more serious, more plan with things. You have to have a little bit. You could have a free flow format, but you have to have a little bit more of a plan going into something. I mean, when you're going to have certain things rather than where it's like dead air and stuff, you have to think of things. Whether you're going to talk about ISIS or when you're going to talk about, your proctologist and some of your experiences you've had with your asshole doctor.
I never said that in my life, man. I never went to an asshole doctor.
Yeah, that's not what I've heard. I heard you like it. That's what I've heard.
Man, we gotta help Jessica out, man. I'm telling you, we gotta make us more about Jessica. She needs love advice, man. We need to get Jessica married.
What love advice does Jessica need? What advice do you think she needs? She writes a blog. She's pretty expressive. She knows what's up with that. You know the thing about Jessica? What's different about Jessica? What's screwed up about her, but actually normal? She thinks she's weird, which makes her normal. She thinks she's this weirdo. She has this thing, I'm weird, and which actually makes her normal. She's actually a normal girl, actually. Really, she thinks she's not.
I am weird.
See, which makes her normal.
Wow.
See, if she was to say
radio girl, she doesn't have a lot to say. She just comes up. Now she's got this. What the hell is that? Horseman.
That's hot, dude. I'm in love.
Wow. Where did you get that, Jessica?
I'm coming to Philly right now. I wanted a horse around with me.
It's a unicorn head, actually.
That's a unicorn?
Yeah, we messed up, guys.
Unicorn, horse is the same damn thing. The only difference is one's horny and one isn't. So.
Well, I'll randomly put that on at work and just kind of walk up and down the hallways.
See? That's completely normal. There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, I work in a very suit and tie, cubicle city type environment where everyone's just kind of plain. So I have a Viking hat with a detachable beard that I'll wear. I wear the unicorn head. I just try to keep things random and keep people smiling. That's what I like.
Yeah, that's normal. Jessica spends too much time thinking about how crazy she is.
She's poking me all of a sudden. I see that somebody poked me on.
Somebody poked you? They could get a disease from you. Hey, don't poke Mike. You could catch something from him.
Yeah, all the women I was with back in the day, you gotta be careful.
Yeah. Well, you were in that porn film. What was that film? Susie does.
Dr. Beerman and
Saratoga.
Her name was Nurse Sally, not Jessica. Last time we talked about having Nurse Jessica, though.
Nurse Jessica?
Yes. Because I want to help people on dating websites.
Would you dress up in a nurse's outfit and all that?
I can.
Show my blue eyes.
That would be really hot.
Got blue eyes.
There you go.
Now, I think people need a lot of help when they're the dating profiles, they take the worst unflattering photos. So I was going to help them out and use my photography skills. And
Go look at my dating profile. My dating profile looks pretty good.
I haven't seen your dating profile.
I'll give you a link to it. I just have normal pictures, pretty much. But one thing you don't want to have is too many. You don't want selfies, really. That's not good. But my experience is you want to put yourself. This is my opinion. You want to picture yourself in like outdoor stuff and doing things that are normal and fun, rather than just stupid pictures. Try to smile a little bit without being pretentious. I think that some of the dating I've come across with women that are unattractive ones that are not smiling. You know, they seem to too many headshots. You know, and not enough. This is who I am, kind of stuff. So my thing I put honestly up there. I give my honest, quick story. I believe if you're going to attract the right person, that you need to put you have to be honest right up the bat. So I talk about how here's where I'm at. You know, I've been out of the scene for a while. You know, I'm a former. I put this on. I'm like, I used to be a drug person. My family rescued me from stuff. I'm financially independent. I live on my parents' property. I purposely put that on there. People say that you shouldn't do that. Okay, I do that, which is actually my property anyway. That's I don't want to get into that, but I put that on there to be honest, so it doesn't come up in the future or there's any kind of question about that. So a woman that looks and says, you know, this guy's honest, he's saying it how it is. Most women are going to say, well, I don't know, this guy's not the mystery guy. I put right on there. I'm not into mystery crap. You know, this is so my view is this: you be yourself. Whatever it is that you are, you be yourself. Obviously, if you're a creep, you're not going to get anybody if you're going to be a creeper. I mean, obviously, like you, Mike, you're a creeper.
Well, yeah, if you go on Plenty of Fish, you'll find plenty of fish. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on that side. It's a waste of time. Most of the time, they don't even write me back. And I consider myself a...
My wife was on Plenty of Fish. I didn't meet her at a parking lot.
See? Oh, God. You never know. You never know. It's a lousy drummer. Yeah, you never know who you're going to meet, and you just got to put yourself out there, and that's what it is. And if something happens, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. The most important thing is that you're happy with yourself and you're okay with being single, and your life's all right. And that's how I look at it. I think if somebody goes on a dating site and they have the need that they have to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, that's bad. If they go on there and they're like, okay, I want to share my life with somebody, and you have that kind of attitude and you're okay with yourself, I think that's good. So that's my opinion. Plus, it's funny looking at a lot of the girls and they're like, is Chivalry dead and blah 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 and all kind of stuff. I put on an act, Mike. Let's ask Jess this. What kind of guy do you think I am, Jess, as far as treating women? Let's see if
I think you're the kind of guy who would walk around the side of the car and open up the passenger door for her to get in. I think you're that type.
Yeah, she's right. I didn't think she would get it. She's right. She's right.
See, I'm not used to.
Dude.
Yeah. I'm way too independent. I've been told plenty of times that I'm intimidating because I'll actually speed walk to the door so I can get the door for a guy. I know that's kind of weird, but I am very, very independent, and I know I probably shouldn't be as independent as I am. Like paying the bills, I don't know. Doesn't it emasculate a guy if I don't need him? Like if there's a guy in my life, it's because I want him there. It's not because I need him in any capacity. And a lot of people have said that's intimidating.
No, I mean, I think there's anything wrong with letting the guy open up a door for you. But I think what's sexy, if say I do something like that, if a woman comes back and says, I'm going to open up the door for you, and runs open the door for you, I'm like, oh, that would really actually turn me on. Something like that. Doing things like that. I think, but the thing with chivalry, I think a man should start at least with that, and then see where things are at. I don't think that a woman should be treated like a doormat or treated like she's helpless by any means. But I still think it's a traditional thing that a guy should do that, at least to start. If a woman says, no, I got my own door, I'm going to open up your door, that's kind of sexy. Then that creates like a really, in my opinion, a very sexy kind of situation there. That would turn me on. Be honest with you.
The one one thing about the media business is that, sex does sell. And I mean, guys will come in here and they'll look at Jessica and they'll be like, wow, look at this cute girl. So she's obviously drawing people in here tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Show us your tits. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's live days. That's old school. I remember some other guys hang out or chat room or whatever the hell it was over at Now Live used to have girls doing that all night long. I always said though I'm not a breast guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll tell you that straight up. I'm not a breast guy.
You're a wing guy then.
I'm just when I check out a woman, I look at the woman in tight pants. And that's just the way it is.
Oh yeah, yeah. You want to cop a feel, Mike? Huh? Not what you're looking for?
No,
Yeah.
One night though in Atlantic City, a girl. I went up to her ear and I said to her, "You're the best looking girl in here." And next thing you know, I was grinding on her and everything else. So it was a good night for me.
Look at Jester. She's just hanging out trying to figure it
I'm
out.
just a creepy son of a bitch. But you know what? If I can market being a creepy son of a bitch, and I'll take the money off it.
You are creepy. I'd get a restraining order against you. I would be inspired to. Jess is the kind of girl, I guess you look at that, she's the kind of girl you'd fun to go hiking with her. She's the kind of girl that you'd hang out with, give you a little bit of shit. You give her like a little bit, you butt bump her and knock her on the ground really nicely. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, did I knock you down here? Let me give you a hand up.
Thanks.
I could tell she would like that too. I could tell.
I'd probably instigate it first, actually.
Yeah, see?
Mm-hmm.
I could tell. So she asked a couple weeks ago with her and I if her and I went out there, we'd have fun. Hell yeah, we'd have fun. You bet we would.
I'd have
Absolutely.
to pay for dinner, though.
You have to pay for dinner?
You're in Vegas and she's in Pennsylvania.
Oh, we're just talking about a date if she comes down there. We're not talking about, well, let's get married and have a family and all that kind of shit. I mean, let's you take the very beginning step of actually let's just like hang out. I mean, obviously that's long distance relationships are almost impossible, next to impossible.
Well, you know what? If everything goes well, I do have a vision of one day of everybody being out in Vegas partying it up. It's just a matter of some things coming together. I'm waiting on a couple deals to finish.
Oh yeah, well, let's get them deals finished there, buddy. So let's see what Jessica's about. Go ahead.
Oh wait, what?
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say in March. No, you go ahead. In March, I will actually be on your side of the world. I'm doing a tour of California.
Good. Let me know when you're around. We'll hang out.
No.
Yeah. Let me know when you're around. We'll hang out.
You got to show us some video of that hangout, dude.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll go for a ride in my Raptor. We'll see how daring she is if I go 100 miles an hour in the desert over jumps.
We can go hunt Bigfoot.
Go for Bigfoot. Oh, we'll go racing in my truck. If you're good, I might even let you drive. I'll let her drive the car. I'll give her a shot at driving it.
You gonna let me drive your truck? Is that what you said?
Sure.
Yeah, man. I just made
See if you're
something
good at it.
happen here. See that? I bring people together. That's what I do.
Oh God.
I should just sell myself on that service. Hey, all you single people out there, you want me to bring you together? It's just an adventure you're going together for. You're not going to be marrying one another.
Oh, shut the hell up. Shut up. You're such a bust. I think Jess is cool, man. She's all right. I mean, she's cool.
I have you fooled. You're fooled.
No,
I'm really a jerk. I'm a jerk face.
Well, good. Then I'll treat you as such. And you're a jerk. Good. You're a bitch. All right. I don't mind a bitch. We'll whip your ass in the shit. Now, what is this fucking Darth Vader crap again? Jeez, Mike, you're having a lot of fun over there.
What?
Jeez. Oh, God.
I have to go back to Mike's comment about, what was it, you're talking about the pants, girls in tight pants at the gym or something? Or you just...
Oh,
because I was at the gym.
Big reveal.
What? You guys' microphones are sounding very weird, or maybe it's just me.
No, it's Mike's. His microphone's cutting out.
My $10 Target microphone.
Yeah, I hear. That's what I hear.
That's Mike's real personality, though, shining through.
And I have someone biting on my foot.
Someone's biting her foot. So anyway,
My
let's
dog
see.
is biting.
What does Jess think? I've been talking to a girl lately, well, a woman, 54 years old, 6, 7 years older than me. Should I give that a shot?
Do it.
You know, she's very attractive and seems really nice. You know, I got her number. I'm gonna call her. She's very attractive and very nice. You know.
So she has a compatible personality?
Yeah, so far it seems that way. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I never thought about I've always been attracted to younger women, but I'm open though. You don't want to be closed because, you know, a right person or somebody you could really like could be, oh, so what, she's a little bit older, so what? Big deal. I don't really care that much about that. The more I've been thinking about it, I'm like, you know, what's the big deal? Right? Women that are too young are not
like
good.
Me?
No, you're not too young. You're older though with being young. You're complex. You're not a typical. You're a complex woman, which makes you different. In a sense, you're not a typical 30-year-old. Complexity is good. I think, you know, in terms of a younger woman, if she's complex and has a lot of different things that make up about her, that makes it very interesting, I think, and can keep things extremely interesting. I think what I want to avoid is a younger woman who's 20s, 30s, who's just too, what's the word I'm looking at, bland, too set, and this is that, this is, I like some. Is there something ominous about what I'm saying, Mike? Because that's a very ominous tone you're taking there. Look at him. What are you doing with your chin, Mike?
He's trying to grow a goatee.
I don't know what he
keeps. Cut it for work though. I'm not allowed to have it, so I got off. Tomorrow's my last day off. I have to cut it Thursday morning.
You keep playing with your chin. Are you masturbating your chin, dude?
What?
No, I just got these bad habits. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's why, you know, I never made it to television, because I tried out for a traffic reporter job in Philadelphia and I didn't get it. So, you know, that is what it is.
Ah, when was this?
NBC Philadelphia had a tryout back a couple years ago, and they hired a gay guy. You know, and I didn't even make it into the finals or anything. I got told, you suck, beat it.
So what was this for? Reporting the traffic?
Yeah, I just, you know, I couldn't read off a teleprompter. You know me, I'm a natural. I don't go for that bullshit. I like to sit here and go off the top of my head and tell you traffic, you know. Hey, it's bumper to bumper on 95 and heading on the Schuylkill. It's speeding down. It's the Beerman with the traffic on the Beerman network.
See, they don't want that kind of personality. They want straight shooting. So, like, my friend Brian Shapiro does that for Fox affiliate here in Las Vegas. Plus, he does his own show. I was supposed to do something with him on Monday to talk about Jerry Tarkanian. You know, former UNLV basketball coach Jerry Tarkanian died last week. You're aware of that, right, Mike?
Yes, well aware of it. You know, another coach died too. Jerry Smith? No,
Dean Smith.
Dean Smith. I'm sorry, I got the wrong.
Right. Jeez, right before that, yeah. But I was saying that, but Brian does the new stuff, and it doesn't. You know how much he makes an hour, dude? You like it so much? You know what they pay him an hour? Take a guess.
$25 an hour.
12. You make more money working at fucking McDonald's.
Are you kidding me? I make $12
terrible.
an hour.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not. You're talking about independent. Would I be willing to invest something in a radio thing? Yeah, I would be if there was a definite format and something there. I'm working right now. Actually, I have a divorce game show thing that I have to finish up. It's called He Said, She Said, and I have to pitch it. I actually been lazy on that. I have to get that idea done and pitch it. Go down to LA and pitch that thing. It's a divorce game show.
We want to do an old school dance party at the beach. They used to do a thing called Dancing on Air. We want to actually go back down to the beach and tape something where we have everybody, you know, drinking and partying, just like, you know, a DJ there, like basically a party scene at the beach. I think that would sell because you know what, sex sells. Girls in bikinis and
but see,
guys dancing with them and, you know, trying to make a move on them. I think it would be epic television.
Let me be critical on you for a second, if I may. And you're thinking about ways of making money and blah blah blah. Just be yourself, okay? You're like, okay, we're gonna go do the sex styles. We get the Girls Gone Wild. I mean, you have Girls Gone Wild Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume 40 fucking 7,000 on Girls fucking Gone Wild. That shit is just old. What you want to do is you want to come up with a new twist. So what you can do is, you see, while you're at the beach, right? You could talk about serious subjects with these girls that are drunk and ask them what they think about things politically or different, and get dumb answers. And get their honest answers. They'll probably be stupid, something like that. Real within reality. Instead of like, oh, show me your tits. I forget about that. Everyone's seen tits a million times. Who cares about that?
Yeah,
shit?
porno doesn't sell anymore. I'm talking about just like, like have like a bunch of goofy looking guys like Blue from Old School trying to pick up young girls. It would be great.
That's better. Yeah, I think that's a better idea. Something like that. You've got to be careful. Make sure they sign, vouchers or disclaimers that they're not going to sue or get restraining orders against guys like you, Mike.
Why? Why would I be doing anything? I'm coming there as the guy who's the executive producer and the host of the show. That's all I'm doing. Why would they come?
Yeah,
after
but you.
me?
Yeah, but you get these girls that you start getting. They might think it's harassment, man. You get some old dude and it's like trying to, get up all in them. That could be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
They'd be told that they're doing a TV show. They know what the rules are ahead of time. It's like The Bachelor. Those girls all know what the rules are ahead of time. So I would have it all written out, and each one of them would sign a contract or a waiver or whatever the hell we need to get done. I'd have an attorney involved in it because you want to cover yourself. So I have it drawn up by an attorney and have every girl sign it and let the blue guys loose.
Let the blue guys loose. Twiddle-dee, twiddle-dum, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Yeah. Mike, I think you have problems.
Hey, Jessica,
Clearly.
what were you going to tell us about the tight pants, by the way? Let's hear that story.
Oh, jeez. Well, I was at the gym and doing my lateral elliptical, and the mirrors are behind me, so I can't see myself. But there was a guy on the other side of the gym who was staring at the mirror. At first, I thought he was checking out himself. He's doing his little machine. Well, then he stopped running on the machine or whatever. It was like some gazelle type machine. The machine wasn't moving, and he's just staring at the mirror for 22 minutes. I counted it, 22 minutes, and I was wearing very tight yoga pants that day. So I'm thinking he was staring at my butt. And that happens all the time.
Kick him in the nuts?
What's that?
Did you
Did I
turn
kick
and kick
him?
him in the nuts?
No, I just kept going. I was like, I'm here to work out. If looking at my butt makes him feel better, then it was just kind of weird. It's like his machine wasn't. It's like if you're gonna stare at my butt, at least work out on your machine.
Was the guy what variety of gentleman was this guy? Was he African?
Variety of gentlemen.
He was a silver fox of the Caucasian variety.
Okay,
Yeah,
because I
silver
understand
fox,
that the African Americans love big butts.
Well, I don't have a big butt.
What the fuck's
There's
going
no
on with this
depth
mic?
to it. There's not
Did
much
you make
depth
out
to
what?
my
Anybody
butt.
make out what he just said?
No.
I think Mike is gone, Jess. But he's been gone since the 80s.
Out of his mind. Be back in few.
Mike? Is that a dingleberry hanging off your hat? Oh, that's a clock in the background. Never mind.
There's
Something weird hanging off his head.
Where's there something weird hanging off my head? There ain't nothing hanging off my head.
It's the clock, you son of a bitch. Hold on, I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Well, it is what it is. All right, let's sure here Scott's mic's muted. Anyway, we'll unmute him when he comes back.
Oh, poor
Jessica's
Scott.
got the pirate hat. Everybody keeps telling me my audio's messed up tonight. What is it with my luck in the frickin' audio? It's like we're losing people. I see we were up to 5 people, and now we're down to 1. Is my audio that fucked up?
It was fine earlier, but now all I can hear is.
Okay, well, you know what? It's just not my night. I should have did the talk shoe thing, and then we would have been better off. We're doing good. But
That's why you gotta love technology. It's not reliable.
yeah, I actually enjoyed it better on the radio because at least we knew the product was going over the air.
The sound quality was definitely better.
Well, we did good last week on the show with the phone show. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Levels. Let's turn the mic up. Is that any better? Probably not.
Yeah, you're not breaking up as much.
Oh, really? It got better.
Now it's like kind of squirrely again.
Oh, well. Let's see if I can fix it somehow. I've got these little toys I can... All right. How about now? I tried to turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds better now.
Oh, all right.
Unmute.
Okay. What do you think, Scott? Does the microphone sound better now?
You sound like you sound like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, dude.
Chitty
You
Chitty
sound
Bang
like-
Bang.
You don't even know
Okay.
what I'm referring to. Jessica might.
Well,
know.
we went from 5 viewers to 1, so I don't know. I mean, I did get a message from one person explaining why he left the building, but it's
Mike, how do I turn this cam on?
it's real simple. It should turn right on. You should be able to.
You have to hit allow. You should have gotten a pop-up that says allow the camera.
No, yeah, I said no at the time. Is there another way to turn it back on though?
Yeah, go into up top. There's a way to turn the camera on and off.
It says it's on right now, but it's not on. What's this?
Oh, damn.
Capture.
See, you know what?
I'll
I'm having audio problems, so I jacked my microphone up. Hopefully, it sounds better. I don't know, but it is what it is.
This is really strange. This is turn camera off. Jess's camera's completely not working at all. Oh yeah, it is. Her camera's working. I'm trying to figure this out. All right. Why don't I just come back in the rooms? This link. I'll just come back in. Hold on.
Okay. So as we wait for Scott to come back, he said, "All right, let's try this. Can you guys hear me now? Do I sound a lot better now?"
I can't see your webcam.
Come back.
It's my
in.
webcam. My webcam's a piece of shit.
It doesn't. My cam isn't turning on. What the hell?
How about now? Is it better?
Your cam is
Is
off.
anything else so turn my camera off. Is it better? Let's see.
How do you turn it back now? Turn your cam back on.
Damn it. How do we get Scott's camera on now? I turned my camera off because people said I have audio problems.
Yeah, you're sounding tinny. I'm trying to get mine. I don't know how the hell to turn mine on. It says off when you turn it off. See, it's there and then turn it on, but it's not coming on. I'm looking under settings here. Okay. I think once you turn it on, you can't turn it off. You can't turn it back on. Q&A, showcase, screenshot, chat. All right, there's a chat. I see Jess's. Your cam is still on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Beerman. Yeah, you turned on my camera.
I'm trying to help you get your camera going.
It must be something where I disallowed it somewhere, like Jess said.
Hold on.
Yeah, when I first entered the website, it says click here to allow.
You were presenting to everyone.
That didn't work. Now I'm presenting Jessica to the show.
Woohoo!
Where did you say now, Jess? It's in the settings where at?
Well, it's when I first entered this room. There was like a little thing at the top that says for allow. I'm trying to click around to see.
You know what I could do? Let me try another browser. Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right. So how's my microphone sound now? Hopefully it sounds a little bit better. I mean,
Yeah, you sound clearer. Before there was just an echo. Couldn't hear anything you were saying.
well, it's good that we had all these people coming in tonight. I mean, we did get a lot of people coming at the height of the show. We got some people in here.
Yeah, I probably have to play around with what time works best for people.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Look, once I move to a new house and have my bar open and all, we'll be able to do a show like any time of the night. It won't matter.
I keep looking off to the side because I'm doing work with my other job, so I'm always busy.
Gotta figure out a way here to, I don't know. Like I said, we'll have to figure this out. Why audio problems persist, and these computers nowadays, when you have these old pieces of junk like I have, that's my problem right there. I'll put my camera back on though, because you know what? I'm not gonna leave it off. So we'll see if Scott gets back in here.
Okay. I was trying to find the settings, but
There's an option to screen share, you know, like you could actually take, let me see here. If you go over there's a button that says screen share on the left. You might be able to help them that way if like you show them where it's at.
We'll see how he browser. So you guys have probably noticed the walls behind me are about 3 different colors. Got blue, red, and white.
We'll feature you up in the main thing. Yeah, but I hear from a lot of people the audio is terrible, so hopefully Scott will be able to get his camera on. I'm hoping it works for him.
Well, what it is I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Just gotta.
You know, sometimes these things you just gotta play around with them. I mean, you know.
Well, I originally said no to it, so I have to change it, and it's gonna probably be in Google here. So what you have to do is, it's going to be under settings, settings, advanced, Google, enable guest browsing, default show advanced settings, privacy, Google, automatically. What I'm going to do, give me a couple minutes. I'm going to go to my main desk. Give me about 5 minutes. I'll be back.
All right, no problem. In the meantime, since my audio sucks, we'll try doing it this way. Hopefully that'll work. Let me try upping the volume some more. There we go. All right, and let's try one more thing to try to up the volume to make it really work. Hopefully I won't be coming in too loud. Let's see. All right, that's as loud as I can go with it. I'm using my built-in microphone now, so I don't know if it sounds any different. I could try putting some headphones in. You know, that's what I love about the internet, man. It always gets this screwed up shit happening. But it's all good. Next time I know to use the phone to do talk show because, like I said, this way you take phone calls. You don't have to worry about people, you know, like, because you have to rely on people to come in the room. So I'm not coming in too loud now, Jess, am I?
Whatever you did now, it's coming up gargly again.
Oh, boy. Let's see. All right, so let's do this. Open volume controls. Lower that down. How about now? Better?
Nah, still gargly. It was perfect before.
All right, now it should be good. No gargly, right?
Yep, now you're good.
All right. It's actually coming in perfect now, like no issues.
Yep.
Wow, that's weird. So it was the microphone causing the problem then. I don't know. Weird. So. Oh, well. Try to get some people to come back here now. I was going to send a text to my sister, tell her to get back in here. Maybe she'll come on the camera. Sometimes she comes on the camera. My sister comes to my shows from time. She used to come to my shows all the time. My sister.
There we go. They got Scott back.
Up there's his camera.
Yeah.
And there he is. He's arrived. Here's the star of the show, ladies and gentlemen, Scott Matusow. Come on, play us a tune, dude. All right, we got it fixed finally now. Is my audio sounding better? Jessica said it sounds great now.
Yeah, it sounds
Sounds much better.
sounds really good.
Good. We got it fixed.
I'm here with you, Mike.
Call it the microphone. What's that?
I'm here with you.
Yeah, forget the microphone. You don't need a microphone, Beavis. We're gonna get a live performance from Scott Matusow. Here we go.
What song is that, Mike? Huh? What song is that, Mike? I don't hear you. Where did
Give
Mike
me
go?
some Ray Charles, because I've got my sunglasses on. How about Stevie Wonder?
What song is that, Mike? You know? Is that too loud?
I will always love you. I have not the slightest clue what song that is.
You don't even know what that is, huh? You guys are too young.
I know we're too young.
Too
I was
young.
waiting. He needs to play Moonlight Sonata.
Do it, Scott. Moonlight Sonata, she ordered.
I have to listen to it. That's a Stick song I'm playing. Tonight's the night we'll make history. Honey, you and I. And I'll take any risk. You don't know this. Uh-huh.
I'm not going to the judges for their opinions.
Once, long ago, a word from your lips, and the world turned around. But somehow you change, you're so far away. It's also Sticks.
Sweet man.
Yeah. I long for the past and dream of the days with you. Madam Blue, sweet Madam Blue, gaze in your looking glass. You're not a child anymore. Sweet Madam Blue, the future is all but past. When you're dressed in your jewels, you make your own rules. You conquer the world and more.
Here, I got a horn for you, too. This is the all-new freak show on the Beerman Network. Oh, man.
We're just sitting here playing around now. I got Mike's screen. I should put Jessica's thing on the. I have to look at your app.
Play that.
What's this one? Hold on.
Who's there?
What is that, Mike? Where'd Jessica go?
Name that tune.
I have no idea.
It's a guitar solo. It's a main part guitar solo. What is that? Good. Do you even know what that is? Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody in there? Just not if you can hear me.
That does not sound like Pink Floyd.
Is there anyone at home? Relax, relax. I need some information first. Just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts? There is no pain you are receiving. The distant ship smoke on the horizon.
I got no music. Oh, this is legendary. Oh, God. Hey, we got some people here, though. You started a concert and everybody came all of a sudden.
No.
They're coming and going.
They all came.
They all came and they all went.
They all came and went. What is with the sound effects, dude?
It's just having some fun. You know, why not? You got something to play with, you play with it, right?
Think about what you just said.
Hey, let me ask you something, dude. You were a pimp at one time. You know how it is. If a woman lets you play, you play. You know, if she don't, you run away and find the next one.
Oh, my God.
That's just 101, you know. I'm just giving pimping 101 advice tonight for all the men out there who are younger than me, you know.
Have become.
I remember many drunken nights in Atlantic City. I'll never forget that. Crowd goes wild for Jessica. Okay, we're going to get back to the talk format here. We're going to play a music. Show here. Come on. It's got his camera closed.
See? Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. There you go. Pink Floyd on the Beerman Network, presented by Scott Matusow on the organ. Him in the organ tonight. But, you know, meanwhile, over in Russia, Putin continues to rain hell. So.
What? Oh. Okay.
Is that Spuds McKenzie?
It is.
No way.
The Budweiser guy.
What's that?
It's a Budweiser. It's a Budweiser guy.
Budweiser.
Bud. Weiser.
Weiser. Meanwhile, in the other part of town, super long.
What song is this one?
I have no clue what that song is. You have any clue?
Jessica's old school. She knows. On a moment from a Bogart movie, in a country where they turn back time, she goes strolling through the park like Peter Lorre. She's contemplating a crime. You don't know that song? The Year of the Cat. Come on, you guys never heard that song before? Jeez.
I think you're making stuff up.
Yeah.
What's that?
I think you're making stuff up over there.
I'm making
Yeah,
nothing.
I think he is. He wants to be hired by the casino to perform.
No. Those my days are over with doing that.
Dude, they should hire you at the casino and let you perform, dude. Like, let you come up on stage and play the organ.
You've been, Mike, I've been kind of worried about you. You've been talking about organ and insertions and different things tonight. A lot of sexual undertones there.
Is that an organ? Christmas, man.
What's that? Come on, you don't even know what that is.
Mm-mm.
You're the tiger. Hey, what's your opinion about Gerardo Rivera?
It's Bach, dude.
I say
What's
I
your opinion
recognize
about
that.
Gerardo Rivera?
Classical, man. What's this, Mike? Then you guys know these old songs.
Hey, Jessica, real quick. So
Sure.
you're going to Hawaii. Wait a minute. No, I just want to talk to Jessica because he's up there. Scott, you're muted, dude. Because I had to talk to Jessica. Jessica.
Yes,
Okay. So you're leaving for Hawaii.
I am on Sunday.
Scott is muted, and I don't think he knows it.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. No. I want to talk to Jessica here because we're getting near the end of the show here, and we got to talk about this because tell us what are your big plans for your time in Hawaii besides like the free time? What are you going to go see and whatnot?
I want to see some Polynesian dancing. Manoa Falls. I saw Manoa Falls when I went there in 2013. It's really beautiful. I want to do a lot of hiking. I think the waves are going to be too big, but I want a cliff jump. I've always wanted to do that. I got a GoPro for my birthday. My dad got me the little stick I can attach the camera to. So I just want to jump off a big cliff into some water.
Make sure you jump far.
I don't want to hit the rocks on the way down. But yeah, definitely. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was good. I've done that before. 75 feet as high as I've done.
50 feet was the highest I ever jumped.
Pretty fun, isn't it?
I was petrified, but yeah, it was exhilarating.
Dive in straight. If you belly flop it, it's going to leave a mark for days.
Yeah, I belly flopped, not from very high, but I belly flopped, and it's very painful.
Yeah, you're going to do the big one. You got to go straight in, legs first. Or head first if you're good enough diving. If you go over the vertical, that's good.
The men want to know if you ever skinny dipped.
Who are you talking to? Her?
You. Scott
Yeah.
skinny dipped.
I've been to nude beaches before.
No, has Jessica ever skinny dipped before the men?
I've skinny dipped before.
Okay.
I don't like clothes, so anytime I can not wear them is great. My parents have got to a point where they'll text me to let me know that they're coming over. Because I'm like, if you're coming over, I'm not wearing pants. It's my house.
I'm the same way. I don't like clothes.
Scott goes back to performing here.
Can't even hear what I'm doing.
Hey, we got to do a talk show here, dude. We got topics. I got topics coming up here.
Talk. You can't hear me. I'm just in the background.
Let's talk to your Dodgers. I want to hear about your Dodgers, man.
They suck your balls. What about them?
Seriously, dude? The Dodgers? Come on, man. They're your team. You got Jimmy Rollins in a trade from the Phillies, man. You should be happy.
He's like 99 years old. They should be pretty good this year. The Padres did a lot of good signings.
You know what? Padres, I think, got a lot of guys that aren't in their prime anymore. Like Matt Kemp's not in his prime anymore. So,
He's not a good defender.
well, I just don't see the Padres pulling it off. I think the Dodgers, actually, your team's been looking good this year. You got Howie Kendrick at second, Jimmy Rollins at short. You got some good pickups there, you know. You turn that team around, got some veteran players, and I think they have one good year left in them in Rollins and Kendrick. I think they're going to help the Dodgers.
They had one of the best records last year in the National League. I mean, turning them around is a matter of, I think it's a matter of management. I think it's a matter of last year didn't have a bullpen, so. I don't think they had a bullpen. I don't think they played baseball very well. I think, Mike, sometimes, even most of the time, you look like total fucking hell.
I do? Why do I look like hell? I have one beer tonight. If I had like 6, I could see that.
Now you look pretty good. You don't look like a Chinese guy tonight, which is good. A lot of times you're like, like that. So.
My glasses, man, you know. I mean, look, here, I'll even do my Stevie Wonder real quick. Let me change into my Stevie Wonder.
Stevie fucking Wonder.
I just called to say I love you. Jessica's ready for Hawaii. She's got the snorkel up.
That's actually pretty cool. I like that effect.
I actually like my sunglasses better. How about the eyeglasses? I can still see.
Yeah.
The dollar store sunglasses, I could see inside with them.
How many people are...
Playing the eyes, now I look like a pimp.
You are a pimp, Mike. You're very sexy.
I should go to the Oscars. Come on, man. You know some people. Get me invited to the Oscars.
For what? So they could kick you out?
No, I want to be on the red carpet and like broadcast from there and interview all the Hollywood women. I would ask somebody what happened to Rodney Dangerfield. I'd get no respect. That's what happened.
Rodney Dangerfield's been dead for like 20 years.
I know. I'm just saying. He gets no respect. You know what I mean? He gets no respect. I loved Rodney Dangerfield. I thought he was the best comedian ever lived. Well, there's also Chris Farley. There's also Carlin. A lot of good comedians that were, no longer with us. Only good die young, only the good die young, only the good die young.
So you think you're start. You played the part in the picture show. Take the long way home.
I think Jessica's going to fall asleep soon. It's like 10 o'clock almost. We've been here for a while.
Yeah, she's getting bored.
Yeah, we're putting her to sleep, Scott. I mean, we got to come up with some fun topics for her.
We need fun topics. Some of you want fun topics. Why don't you, I'll tell you what, Richard Gere, why don't you go get a gerbil and shove it up your ass, and that'll be fun.
Jerry Penacoli. A guy named Jerry Penacoli actually did stick a gerbil up his ass.
Bullshit.
He did it.
Bullshit.
Well, I wasn't there, but that's they claim.
Bullshit.
Oh man, this guy is a legend. There's no doubt about it. You are a legend, man. Hey, you know how you know you made it as a legend? Seriously, you know how you're a legend? It's
How's
when I'll tell you when. It's when people actually hate you, because people hate me too. I go in like these Google Hangout rooms on here, and they hate my guts. They told me that they said that I'm a perv magnet, because yesterday they have a thing called Blue Box or Big Box, whatever it's called, and there was this girl and I put her on like the box thing, and what happened was she blocked me from the room because of it. And then somebody in private said, "Yo, dude," they're like, "you scare all the chicks," and I'm like, "What?" I'm like,
See?
dude, it's a freaking internet, though. Come on, man. Like, see, this is the kind of topics we need to talk about. It's the freaking internet. I can't have fun on the internet.
What I've always told you,
Like going to a bar, you know?
What I've always told you.
What's that?
You look like a pervert.
All right, Jessica, weigh in on this. Come on, be honest.
She's the one that
Honest opinion.
listen, you're asking her. She's the one you approached her at a pickup, whatever it was, and she talked to you.
Tailgate
Qualified to actually give the answer for this one.
You do look like you could be registered somewhere.
What?
See?
Whoa, wait. I look like I should be registered somewhere.
Especially when you had that goofy hat on with the floppy ears.
Oh, the Christmas hat.
Yeah, it was definitely giving off a total creep vibe. I could feel you approaching me from like a mile away. I was like, I felt it. I was like, he's approaching.
She
Well,
felt
then
you.
why did you agree to drive 2 hours to a radio station? That's what I'm wondering. Got her.
You only live once, right?
See, do you have to?
Okay. No, you know why, Scott? She thought she was going to meet Bob Levy. That's what it was. Somebody told me that. They're like, dude, the only reason why she came there is because she thought she was going to meet Bob Levy.
This
And
might
she
be,
never met him.
listen, Mike. This might be the evidence that Jessica isn't so normal. You see, she had that creepy feeling about you, but maybe she likes that creepy feeling. She does have pictures on her Facebook with blood hanging all over the place. I mean, she might have something.
Blood is a whole lot different. Blood is cool, okay?
See? And even cooler if a pervert like him pulls out an axe and says,
No way, dude. I don't use those kind of weapons, man. I don't use nothing. 'Cause I don't do that kind of stuff.
how many midgets do you have in your basement?
I don't have a basement, so there you go.
Exactly. That's what you tell everybody. You tell us that. We don't believe you.
Why, you think I'm rich and I own a house somewhere and have a basement and like have a bunch of midgets in there?
You have down there.
No, I have a bunch of Indians in there, like guys from Dunkin' Donuts in the gas station. We used to go around messing with the turban head guys, man, because we thought it was funny. Like the guys at the gas stations. Me and my buddies used to go around messing with the turban heads. It was just
You sound like a racist to me, Mike. You a racist?
No, we just thought the turban heads were funny, though. Like every time we pull into a gas station, you'd be like, "Hello, what kind of gas would you like tonight?"
Did you light them on fire, Mike?
Huh?
Mike, do you go to bestgore.com on a regular basis?
What's it called?
No, don't go there.
I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. I don't go there.
Jessica knows all about that.
That's a nasty site.
Ooh, nasty.
Not in a good nasty.
Yeah, what I don't like about that site, I don't mind reality. I don't like the damn fucking website owner said fucking Jew hater. I don't like that. But beside that, it's an interesting site. If you want to watch the videos of things that the regular news doesn't want to show you, you go there. You know why I recommend people should go to that? Want me to tell you why? People go think, oh, Scott, you're sick. People should see what that shit looks like. For instance, give you an example. If you remember the OJ trial, nobody ever thought about that there were victims involved. Okay, people always think about it as a cartoon. It's not real to people. If you go look at that site and see what death is, and you see the reality of it, you might think a little bit differently about murder trials and about people that commit murder. You might think a little differently. I recommend people should be desensitized to a certain degree to that. I do. I believe in that. I don't like censorship at all. I think reality should be something that's documented and shown. I don't think it should be something that kids should be in front of everybody. I think it should be viewer discretion, obviously. But I think it's important that people understand there's reality, that people do meet violent deaths, and it's real. And it's not just something you read about on the news and not worry and don't know what it's like. I think it's good that you should know what it's like. It's my opinion.
Well, a lot of people told me I'm too aggressive in life, but you know what? I don't listen to what people say because.
Aggressive. What is this? What do you mean?
No, I just I'm an aggressive guy. I really am. I'm like J.R. Ewing. If I want something, I go after it.
I don't know. I don't know if you're an aggressive guy. I don't know if that's the case or not. We'd have to ask Jessica that. I don't know if you're aggressive. I don't know. Jessica, do you think I'm an aggressive guy?
I think if you like something, you're going to go for it. You're not going to be like me and be like, oh, I might go for it. No, okay.
Yeah, I mean, if it was the dating scene and I was after somebody, I would go for it. All in. I'd dive right into the pool, man. I'm like, yo.
I could tell you this: if Jessica lived here, I would definitely be way more aggressive in talking to her. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, I know that. I know what you would do if Jessica was close by. I ain't stupid. I'm smart. We talked about this earlier. I'm a smart guy. I know what's going on. I know that Scott would definitely go after you, Jessica. That's no doubt about it.
I probably would.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean,
you know what's interesting? Normally, everybody has a type. I wouldn't look at her as being my type. Normally, girls with tattoos, and it's usually not my thing. That's just something cool about her, though. Something different. And
I believe I met her in the parking lot, so I can introduce her to you. Maybe that's the whole concept here.
Oh, God. Let's not go off the reservation that far, Mike.
What's the matter? What's the matter? I told the truth? Come on, dude. I think it's possible, man. Maybe this is something that was written in the stars that, Jessica, and you don't know it yet, but maybe down the road, you guys will, actually meet and hit it off, and who knows what'll happen, dude? Anything could happen in this world. Believe me.
You know what's in the stars, Mike? The Little Dipper and the Big Dipper. That's what's in the stars.
The Little Dipper and the Big Dipper.
What's all this? The stars. It's a complicated shit. If you think someone's cool, you want to go hang out with you, you explore that. If there's a vibe there and it's mutual, and you explore it further. Is it really that complicated?
Hey, look, a lot worse things can happen to you than winding up hooking up with somebody. My theory is this. There's so many bad, deadly diseases out there. There's cancer, there's AIDS, there's, gonorrhea, there's fucking herpes, there's Ebola. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, let's face it. Anything could happen.
Sure. Then get struck by a meteor sitting in your car. I could be hit by a Mack truck that's carrying Big Macs at McDonald's. Actually, right now. I could go outside and anything can happen.
I'm the writer of the soap opera. There we go, the plot thickens. That's why I played that music. Punchline. What is the Beerman trying to say? Let me tell everybody what the Beerman's trying to say. I honestly believe if Scott and Jessica meet, there's a 50% chance they hit it off and they live happily ever after. Crazier things happen in Vegas.
Wow, that's really going on a limb on you kind of flip a coin like that. That's very bold prediction from you, Mike.
I know how life operates. Trust me, I've been around the block enough times. Like you already know, I'm smart enough to realize what really happens in the Big Bang Theory. So, maybe I'm just a crazy, whacked out guy, but you know what? It's worth a shot to say that I have this weird vibe that something could happen. I didn't say it's going to, but if it does happen, you could say you heard it here first on the Beerman Network. How about that? Talk about promoting your network, bro. I'm like Maury Povich.
You're insane.
That's why Maury Povich. 7. I'm not married to Connie Chung, though, so, I'm just my saying that.
Are they still alive, those people?
Yeah, yeah, Jerry Springer's still alive, too, but, you're never going to get that from me. I'm not the type of guy. People punching one another out,
I have an idea for a game show. I gotta work in it. It'd probably be a #1 rated thing. See if I want to make $500 million, and then when I make $500 million, I want to fuck with the people in the stock market that rip people off. This is what I want to do. You want to know what I want to do? This is what I want to do. The people, the small cap stocks and the corrupt CEOs of this one company, I just want to burn their britches. I just want to put them in the poorhouse because they don't give a shit about other people. I want to screw with people who screw with other people. That's what I want to do. I want to be one of those, what do they call it? Is it a messianic type? No. It's more like, fuck you for fucking with this poor guy, you motherfucker.
Instant karma.
I am a poor guy. There's no doubt about it. I'm a poor guy. But, in my prime,
I'd help you.
Pay for myself. But no, honestly, let's face it. I'll tell the truth. I'm just a guy with a lot of bad decisions in life. You know what I'm saying? I got myself in a situation. I live week to week, man. Honestly, I rely on that paycheck every Friday morning.
Your problem, Mike, is not that you don't have talent. You're not prepared, is what it is. You're not game planning. If you
We're gonna
gain,
find out though on the fly, man. This rant stuff works. I mean, the rant really does work.
you have talent. You need to be a little bit more structured, but you do have the talent. I think you do. I mean, what do I know?
I'm not trying to be an egotistic jerk, but I know I got talent. I wouldn't waste my time doing these shows, dude. You know what I mean? Like, do you think I honestly would put myself out here if I was 100% sure that I'm a total no talent? I wouldn't be here. I believe in my ability to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I write that book, you know what I'm saying? The book of my career. I've done this for how many years? I started back in 1992 at Channel 7, then worked my way over to radio in 2007. Okay? So, I've been around, man. It's just that nobody on a big platform will give me that opportunity to go in there and knock out a Rocky punch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not able to get that knockout shot. All I need is one person who's an executive say, you know what? I'm going to give this Beerman guy the best opportunity I can. But, hey, I'm not going to stop, man. I'm going to try every possible formula I can, I think I got a winning team here. I honestly do. I think you throw in Dean Graziani right now and another camera, and we got a team here, dude. I think we could build on this. I really do.
Inspired. You know what, Mike? What you just said inspires me almost as much as Bilbo Baggins inspires me in the talk he gave upon Mount Mordor.
Who the hell is that guy?
What? Kick him off the show.
Get him off of here. Bilbo! Just throw it in! Throw it in! What are you waiting for?
You don't know Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings, man.
Yeah, what's up with
Wow.
you? You're not part of the dork club like Jess and I are. What's up with that?
He drops the ball again.
You want to know a story about the guy who plays Sam? Is interesting. Something Duke Austin, which actually I grew up with a girl named Mishtel, and I went to Hebrew school with her and stuff. And she swore up and down. He goes, you know that guy that was in the Goonies? He said, that guy's my brother. He doesn't even know he's my brother. My dad is his father. They had an affair. I'm like, yeah, right. Turns out she was right. Sean Austin actually is the half brother of Mishtel. I'm like, man, they kind of look alike a little bit, man. And I said, okay. And I looked at the dad. I'm like, ah. And he ended up finding out that actually his dad with Patty Duke Austin, Patty Duke, had an affair. She was a drunk, and Michelle's father and her went on a bender for 2 weeks, where they got married and got an annul. But Sean Austin was conceived during that time. So Michelle was right. I haven't seen Mish in so many years. I should try to get a hold of her and stuff. But they are related. So I thought that's interesting. Sam in Lord of the Rings is actually
the funny thing is, we were going to do this show over on Talk Show tonight, and then somebody says to me, oh, why don't you do it over here on G+? And I'm like, all right, we'll try it. So,
what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Do you know what you're talking about? Let me ask you something. Do you know where your left foot's been? Are you aware of where your left foot has been? Do you know where it's been?
No,
in the last 5 minutes, where's it been? Your left foot. Then when you figure that out, tell me where your right foot's been. Do you know? These are things, Mike, you should know. You need to know where these feet have been. Because if you don't know where these feet have been, you don't know what the feet are going to smell like when you put them up to your nose and you're doing the yoga exercises, do you? You didn't think about that, did you, Mike? See? You have to be prepared for these kind of things, Mikey. You have to understand these type of things blatantly, with clarity, honesty, sincerity. You need to be like Brian Williams. Honesty, clarity, sincerity.
No, Brian Williams was a liar, and Brian Williams lost his job because they found out he lied. Well, he admitted to lying.
More stuff, and they're finding out he lies about everything. What, does it shock you? The corporate news? Does it shock you?
Brian Williams grew up in the same city that I grew up in, though. Isn't that kind of weird?
You don't have much in common. I could tell you that. People that are listening there, the 2 or 3 people that listen. We're all having fun here. You're all fucking doomed. You don't realize that yet.
Wait a minute. We're all doomed? Wait. Give me some breaking news. Is it true that Russia's going to do something soon?
Do what?
I got a feeling something's happening because I just read a story about an hour ago saying that Putin's trying to say stuff about that we are doing stuff with Ukraine and we're helping them. He's trying to find a reason to bomb us. I'm telling you, he wants to launch one.
I'm going to tell you the whole situation. It's really simple. You ready? It's very, very simple. It's called political hegemony and power, which evil men and women have been doing this from the beginning of time, especially men. Okay? All this is about, with all most of the world problems you're seeing right now, is Saudi Arabia would like to build an oil line through Syria, run it through the Ukraine, serve Europe. Putin would like to build his own line with Syrian oil, his oil, run a V, run that through the Ukraine, run it to Europe. That's where this is all really all about. It's about power and hegemony, is what it's about. So Putin is neither the evil guy or the good guy. We're neither evil or good either. Everybody has their own self-interest. United States has their interest. Russia has theirs. Truth. We did absolutely, with the help of Germany and other countries, we put in a fascist government there in the Ukraine. That is true. That whole thing was a setup. It's all hegemony. It's all designed for different moves. Putin's in a weakened position, so it was a perfect time to do that. Now, Putin, if he wanted to, he has some moves he can make. If he wanted to go try to attack Lithuania and see if the NATO would respond, he could do that. Another move that Putin has, if he wanted to go attack Finland or some country like that, he could try that one too, if he wanted to. But they're a non-NATO country. So Putin is a former KGB guy. But one thing I'm going to tell you that you've been lied to: he's not crazy. Okay, he's very smart, and he knows when to back down, and he knows how to back down. Another possibility is that him and Obama are in on it, and everybody's in on the same thing. And everybody that works underneath doesn't realize they're all in on the same thing. I'll give you an example. You could work for the CIA, okay? And you could have a boss that sends you to the Middle East and says, Mike, I want you to watch this terror group. You joined the CIA to stop terror and protect America. You're a patriot, okay? All right, fine. I want to really help. I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to help America, okay? On the same token, your boss who just sent you to the Middle East might be working with the terrorists, maybe in the poppy fields in Afghanistan to run CIA drugs. You might have, your boss might be sending you on something just to keep an eye on you and throw you into a big circle, while he's the one who's a traitor and you're the patriot. That's why when people say the government was behind 9/11, see, when you get all these different conspiracies and government conspiracies, the average person doesn't understand that intelligence works in compartments. You're on a need-to-know basis. I know this because I was in intelligence, so I know how it works. I'm not going to get into things I got into. I was an operations specialist, and they recruited me for other stuff, and I'm not going to get into it. Needless to say, I got out of the military because of that. I didn't like what they were recruiting me for. So I found a way out. I faked that I had an injury, which I had a pre-existing injury. I wanted out. I didn't want no part of what that shit they were doing. People have their own agendas and interests, and it's a power struggle and hegemony, and that's what it's about. The bottom line is, if something was to happen in this country, it's because they want it to happen. If there was a terrorist attack here, it's because they allow it. You understand that? Everything's for a purpose and a reason. Everything. And it's not because they don't necessarily care about us. It's because that's the power structure. Powerful men and corrupt men and unprincipled men do what unprincipled men do. And nothing is going to change. It never has changed. It never will. Not until the UFOs come down. And then, see, when they come down, they'll bring upon what the Bible calls the Antichrist kingdom, claiming that they created religion and all that kind of stuff, see? And then they'll have us fight against what the Bible calls God, which they'll think is an alien. Jesus and all them will be considered aliens from another planet. I'm telling you the truth.
You know, it's funny because I can just picture these goofy-looking green guys. Now watch, they're gonna come get me tonight when I'm sleeping and take me up in their
that's called a limited hangout. With that, that's what they want you to think about. They look, the so-called people I'm talking about. You wouldn't even know. Okay, the so-called creators of life here on this earth, human life and stuff. You wouldn't even know if one of them. You could see one of them. They could appear at your door. You wouldn't know. The difference between us and them, we're locked up. We can only use 10% of our brain. They're totally unlocked.
I got a feeling Jessica's one of them.
They're unlocked.
That's why he came over to the radio show.
Go watch
that. She's the sugar to bring us in.
Oh, Jessica's not an alien. Shut up.
What?
Go watch that movie, Lucy.
It does look good.
Jessica, have you seen the movie, Lucy?
No, but I want to. I heard it was really good.
Why don't you guys go see Lucy together? That's a great idea.
You know who Jessica looks like? I just saw looking at her picture. You know who she looks like? And with dark, I just figured this out right now.
Seen her in a Princess Warrior. That's what she looks like.
No, hold on. You know who she looks like looking at her camera? Should you take her camera off? Where'd it go? You know who she looks like? Fuck, I can't believe it took me this long. If you put dark hair on Stevie Nicks, she looks just like fucking Stevie Nicks, dude, from Fleetwood Mac. That's who she looks like.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, with dark hair. Because I've seen Jessica without her makeup on before. That's why I'm like, God, who does she look like? Who does she remind me of? That one picture of you with your friend out there in nature not wearing any makeup, very little. Maybe a little bit of eyeliner. Stevie Nicks.
What do you guys think? There she is on screen right now. We put her on the big screen for that reason.
Stevie Nicks, dude.
I've never had that one. I've never heard that one.
Same exact features.
Oh,
Just light features. Just change it. Just change the skin color. Change the coloring a little bit. Weren't you giving me shit the other day about getting a tan, Jessica? You of all people.
What? Don't hate on me because I'm pigmentally challenged. I have pigment envy.
Yeah, you want to see? I'm going to get really dark. Would that turn you on?
I'm not gonna say.
I told you, everybody out there. I told you these two. Here we go again. The plot is thickened. I'm telling you, the longer they spend together, the more they start to get things in common.
Personally, I think Jessica's kind of hot. You know why? I reading her blog and stuff. I like how she wears her heart on her sleeve. I like how she just puts everything out there. She's not afraid to put, even when she's afraid, she's not afraid to admit she's afraid. She has no fear of being afraid, even though she's afraid of being afraid. She's not afraid to say she's afraid.
Well, because I know the guy that I like isn't going out reading my blog.
Yeah, well, you never know. You might.
He might be watching this show. We don't know.
You're full of shit. She wants him to. She gives him hints. She's like, I hope. It's like this secret unrecorded thing. I hope she's so full of shit. Maybe he'll get the picture and get the hint.
You know, I was like that at one time, too, though. I was hot after some chick, and you know what? It didn't work out, but, you know, it worked out with somebody else.
You were hot after somebody. Let me tell you something. If you guys are listening out there, listen to me very carefully, okay? Guys are listening. If you like a girl, and, you know, preferably she lives where you do, go ask her out. What's the worst you got to do? Say no. Don't play the I'm your friend shit. Don't be a pussy and do that, please, and you end up in a friend zone. If you want to be friends with her, let her know, even if you're a friend.
The audience loves it. They love it, man. You're the best.
Yeah, because you're not a real man if you do that. Then you can, oh my God, let me tell you a story about a girl. Some of you know, she come to my show. Guy said, she's very pretty. Okay? A lot of guys like her. Guess she got a lot of guys in the friend zone. Now, this is what happens when you're in the friend zone too long. One guy she was friends with for 2 or 3 years, out of nowhere, took her out to dinner, and afterwards said, I just spent $30 on you. You're going to give me a blowjob now, and he was serious about it. Now, you see, if you're a man like that, you're pathetic. Okay, one, you're pathetic. You should go jump off a bridge, in my opinion. Another guy she caught was masturbating on her panties. Friends for like 2 years, masturbating. He went upstairs. He was jerking off on her panties. Okay, this is what happens when you get in the friend zone and you create these fantasy bullshit, dude. So this is what I have to say to you. If you're a guy, if you like a girl, okay, tell her that you like her. Ask her out. If she says no, you're worried. Don't give me the shit. You worry about ruining the friendship. You're being friends with her because you're a pussy and you're afraid to fucking be.
You know how many hot women wanted to be friends with me? And you know what I told them? I said, no way in hell. I said, you either date me or you don't got a shot in hell with a minute of my time.
Oh, I like that.
That's where I was, man.
You just went up in my book, Mike. You just kind of turned. Just saying that, I'm turned on by that.
Well, no, dude, I don't care though. I'm just telling you the truth. You know what? These were hot chicks, and they said, "Oh, I'll be your friend." I said, "Okay." No, you won't. I said, "You either be my girlfriend or you're out."
Wow.
I don't quit.
You're a man who knows what he wants. You know something. I find you attractive.
Philly boys. Let me tell you something about us. I mean, you know, I'm 38 years old, but I'm still a Philly boy at heart. That's where I came from. Never forget your roots. We don't put up with BS, man. We know what we want, and we go out and get it. That's why I'm here, because I know what I want. I'm working towards it.
Mike, I like that. You know, I find you. You know, if I was gay, you'd do it for me, buddy. You would.
That deserves that.
Yeah, you're all right there. But I'm telling you, that's the whole thing with this bullshit.
Sorry, I'm not gay.
You know, I asked out Mike. I was in bad shape a year ago. I asked out a girl who was 25 years old. She said no, man. Because my guys on my show said you don't have the guts to ask her out. I'm like, you want to bet? And I did. Of course, she said no. So what? Like, I gave her shit. They didn't believe that I did that. I can't believe you did that. Why not? What's the worst it could have said? You know, it would have been worse if she would have said yes. I'd be like, I'm going to screw out. Uh-oh, now what do I do? Yes could be a lot more complicated than no, if you think about it.
You like, know, I've had my heart broken by many women over the years, and the one thing I learned as I went through the system and through the experiences and all that, I learned that you got to be like, you know what, not care. Like, it's just, women act like they're so great. Like, some of them really have those egos. And you got to learn how to put them into their place. And that's the way I am. I'm just like, hey, it is what it is.
Let's examine this further. Women act like, what do you mean they act like they're great? Put them in. Explain to me. Give me an example of what you're talking about.
Well, here's the thing. Some women come off with like this approach like they're better than sliced bread. Now, one thing with Jessica is she earned my respect when she drove 2 hours to come to a radio station that she knew nothing about. Honestly, she jumped into my junk up car, and I took her over to McDonald's to buy her something to eat for coming all the way. I mean, I offered something better, but she said, I'll take McDonald's. And, I'll never forget, she dealt with Crazy Dean for like, 3-4 hours? She had to sit next to that guy? I mean, it was an experience.
This is interesting. Several things you said here caught my attention, but I'll let it go.
No, tell us. We want to hear it.
I forgot. I have ADD.
Come on, dude.
Liar.
Well, the thing about Jessica, she's interesting. She has she has a little bit of that dark streak. She's that risky streak. She's going to give it a try. Why not? I can tell she has that dark. She's not dark or mean. She has that streak a little bit.
But she told Reverend Bob Levy on the air when we had him on the phone, and she said to him, she told him the story, and she said, "Oh, he told me I'm going to meet you, so I figured why not."
Yeah. Yep. See, there's the truth.
Yep. Lured me in, and all I got was McDonald's and Dean.
That sucks.
And you got Jiggly Jaguar on his radio show talking about you.
Yeah, I think he was the one who gave me the name Perv Magnet. I think.
I think he was. Yeah, you're right. He was.
Gave Mike the name Perv Magnet?
No, Jessica.
Me. I'm the Perv Magnet.
Really? You get
I'm talking to you, aren't I? I lured you in.
We're one big happy family over here at the Beerman Network.
Oh, pervert, no. Yeah, I made a doll of you. I got it naked. I started beating it with chains and whips.
People out there watching us think we got together and script this segment. I'm telling you, they really do.
What in God's name are you talking about? No, dude.
Dark.
That's what you have to do, dude.
Hey, we got you worked up there, didn't we, with that little segment there? See, I told you I got the radio stuff in me, dude. That was a great segment, honestly. Great segment.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm having too fun with these segments.
Let me ask you a question, Mike.
Yeah.
Were there times that you've gone out to the park and hanging out at the park? Do all of a sudden cops surround you and start asking you questions?
I don't go to any parks, man. I leave my apartment.
It's not what I heard, dude.
Dude, I don't go to a park. I don't know where you're hearing this stuff. I
heard differently. I heard that every time you go to a park, you at least 4 or 5 police officers start asking you, "What are you doing here? Why are you watching birds with your binocular?"
Another failed attempt by Mr. Matusow. You try to be funny with that kind of stuff, and you just keep zonking out.
All right.
Let's show them what's behind curtain number 1.
Why does Shannon McCarthy have the restraining order against you?
That is not legit. Everybody says that because I was on there with her with my arm around her. I mean, around her, she would have turned around and got it removed.
You put your arm around her. You got fresh with her. You tried to grab her women parts.
No.
Nice.
Somebody else said that too. Somebody else made a comment saying, "Oh, it came off that I tried to grab it." But believe me, if I wanted to grab it, I would have grabbed it. Trust me, and you would have knew I was grabbing it.
So you grabbed it and you came off.
I never touched anything on that woman except put my arm around her.
Bill Clinton now. Okay. Bill Clinton's did that too. He didn't touch that one.
I have relations with that woman.
You know something, Mike? Let me tell you something. I think it would have been actually a pretty good thing if you would have maybe touched the woman a little bit nicer if you would have done that. I never touched her, but it's all right. Why does Jess look unhappy?
Because I'm not in Hawaii.
Because she wants to be in Hawaii.
She's in Hawaii. See, she won't be on the camera when she's in Hawaii because she'll be out partying. I have to say that.
She'll have a GoPro cam though. She could tape it all, like that. And she'll be out. She'll be out in the sun, and come back look like a lobster.
Yeah, that's about right. It'll be like the red on my wall behind me.
Wait, we got to get her on here again then when she gets back from Hawaii so we can see how red she got.
She'd get a tan. I could see her skin. She's capable of getting a tan. She has to do it slowly.
I had a tan once in my life. I put on some kind of oil like every day for the whole summer, and I was like almost brown.
You don't even need all oil does is you don't even need that. There's a trick. There's a secret. Anybody can get tan. It's a secret. Anybody, even the most fair-skinned person. And the secret is it's about the first time that you go out in the sun for the year. If you go out too long, you're screwed. Right off the bat, once you get a burn, you're done if it's too much. What you want to do is get a base burn. If it's 5 minutes, you stay out there for 5 minutes, just get a little bit, go out the next day, working out. 5 minutes until you just feel a little bit, just slightly do a burn. Before what happens is that turns into a base burn to a base tan, and you start moving up in levels. That's what every year, for instance, when I go out, this year I'll probably start pretty soon. I go on a base, maybe 15 minutes, get a little bit of what I call a base burn tan. But I go out from there. The darkest I ever got, 2010, I was about as dark as Obama. Pretty dark. Jess has it. She has it. She could do it. Look at my skin. Look at hers. It's not much of a difference.
No, you're like olive. You have like an olive, I think, thing going on. Mine's just sheet of paper. White sheet.
Not that white though. I've seen you. Like I said, I've seen the picture of you without wearing much makeup at all. It's not that you're not that fair skinned. I mean, you are, but not that fair skinned. No, I digress here. I would disagree. I could teach you to get a nice really tan. So you come out here to Vegas, and I will show you how to get a really good tan.
Sounds good. Because last time I was at Vegas, I left as a lobster.
Wow.
Maybe next time, money this time.
You're gonna leave as a nice golden brown lobster.
So I'll probably look, Italian maybe?
Yeah.
Instead of Transylvanian.
No matter what kind of tan or whatever you have, you're still gonna look hot no matter what, baby.
Aw. Hit me right in the feels. Mike, he's the matchmaker. He's watching this develop.
No, I'm just trying to do some research in the production room here and trying to see what's going on. And they're saying we're having some technical problems here according to the live control room here on YouTube. Okay, they fixed it. That fast they fixed it. How about that?
Mike, when are you going to start going on a diet like me and Jess to start working out?
I'm a mess. I'm a mess.
Why is that?
Because I'm just a mess.
Well, what are we going to do to change that?
Well, I'm trying to build my career first, then I'll worry about everything else.
No, well, I think a lot of times you got to get yourself kind of straightened up before you can. It's weird that I started working out. I've actually found that my desire for passion for stocks, not so much for me trading. I like to help people in terms of my site and do a better job there with that, but I'm thinking more along the lines I want to get more venture capitalism and different things. So you might find, when you start doing that, it gives you a clarity. Jess can tell you, I'm sure she can relate. When you work out and you start really hitting it, you start feeling things about yourself you didn't know that were there before. Am I right, Jess?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, it's very painful first starting out, but now when I go to the gym, I don't feel pain. I feel like a release. Like, it's the stress of the day. It's that bad food that I might have snuck in around lunchtime. Like, I feel like really good leaving the gym. It's just when I step on the scale that I'm like, oh, it's been at this weight for 2 weeks. So as long as I stay away from the scale and stick to just working out, I feel really good.
I'll give you I'll give you a secret about that. It's not really a secret. So you work it out 2 weeks, and maybe your diet, whatever, has been a little bit off. So sometimes, though, even if it's good, you don't flush right away. Sometimes it takes a while. Here's a little secret. Okay, at the end of the week, before you weigh yourself, have a day where you eat some whole bread, get some good dietary fiber. Do the number 2, whatever it is, because sometimes when you're dieting, sometimes, as you know, you get constipated. I'm talking on, and that releases stuff. Okay, and then the next couple of days, fast. Don't eat a thing. If you can do it on a weekend, just drink water. Watch what happens when you get on the weight. You'll be like 5-10 pounds lighter, and then you build up a base. That does it too. See, for me, I do the protein thing right now. I'm at 225. I've been stuck there for 2 weeks. I was at like 230. I did a flush where I did a fasting, and it flushed it down. So you flush down a little bit and flush down. But the key is also, if you're working out with weights, you have to transition it to getting this, tighter, what you get as you flush out the fat and stuff. So it's weight's not so much as important as it is how you're shaping. And if you're happy with if you're shaping good, that's all that really matters more than anything. The weight eventually comes. What are you 5'6", 5'7"?
5'5".
5'5". You're 5'5", you weigh about 145.
I weigh 170 right now. I used to weigh 130, and people said I looked really gross when I was 130.
Yeah, well, I could tell by look. I wouldn't say that you're big bone, but you're definitely medium. So
I'm a birther. That's what my dad calls me. I have birth and hips.
So you'd want to get down. Yeah, you get down to about 140, 145.
Yeah, my nutritionist says she wants me, once I get to 150, she wants me to come back in, and then she's going to do the whole, see where, how much body fat and everything I have.
Yeah. So she even knows too. Obviously, she knows she's more of an expert than I am. But it's not so much your weight as it is your shape, and what's healthy. I think that's important. Like I think, and I don't mean to speak for Jess on this, and it's maybe not how she feels, but a lot of women are so worried, and I don't think Jess likes, but about a certain weight, like scrawny, skinny. In society today, I think we've made it out where women have to look really skinny to be sexy, and I kind of disagree with that. I think if a woman is healthy, she's sexy. If she happens to be curvy, she's sexy. What turns me off is, I've gone on dating sites, and women say she's curvy, she's actually really fat and really out of shape. But you could still be curvy and have weight and still be very sexy and be in good shape. If you look at Marilyn Monroe, for instance, Marilyn Monroe, I think the smallest she ever was a size 8, I think, or something like that. She was as big as a size 11 or 12. Yeah. And she still looked fucking good. Betty Page, who you like to have the makeup, was never scrawny, skinny either. I mean, women back then were a little bit different. I mean, a woman with curves, as long as she's healthy, is good.
Yeah, I actually had anorexia from 2007 to about mid-2009. So I was really obsessed with looking like a twig. And then when I got down to there, a lot of guys were like, you need to eat some food, you need this, you need to do that. So it's taken a long time to appreciate my body, that I'm a woman and I'm supposed to have curves. As long as I'm healthy, right. Curves are healthy to have. So it's taken a long time to realize that.
Absolutely. Yeah, Egon, that's good that you learned that, though. That's important. When I was in 1991, I was in a mental hospital for having complete agoraphobic nervous breakdown. It was really bad. I couldn't even answer my phone. They put me in a ward with women that were anorexic and bulimic, so I got a pretty good understanding of that. We used to have the the sessions where you sit and you talk all your problems out? Mm-hmm. And I'd be in the sessions with them. I would never talk. I'd be looking out the window because I was angry. They'd be talking about this. I remember what I said one time to one of them. They're like, Scott, you have anything to say? I had nothing to say. Fuck it. You seem so angry. What is it that you want to say? This one girl's bitching about her boyfriend. I remember saying, you want to know what I have to say? Yeah, we know what I have to say. I said, you're a pretty girl. You're a really nice-looking girl and stuff like that. And you're bitching about your boyfriend this and that and different things like that. Why don't you're pretty and all that kind of stuff. Why don't you be nice to your boyfriend instead of bitch about your boyfriend? You're worried about what you look like. Saying you're a fucking lunatic is what you are. And you got to stop putting your finger in your mouth and throwing up, you crazy nutcase. That wasn't very nice of me. But I remember there was this one girl that I kind of regret. I should have asked her out. She was the nicest girl, man. She was so sweet and really nice. I was like, you're so pretty. I was telling her, a lot of it I didn't understand. A lot of these women were so pretty, but they had this self-image where they didn't, apparently they thought they were too fat. You know, like obviously if you've been anorexic, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, so my brother had a girlfriend that I suspected was bulimic. She looked really good. My brother has that effect on women. Now, usually when my brother goes out with the girl, when he first goes out, they look great. After 3-4 years of dating my brother, they usually look like terrible shit. He has an effect on people.
Nice.
This girl was so scrawny, skinny. Her name was Cassiana. I'm like, Cassiana, why do you look the way you do? Are you on drugs? What's the deal? No. So I suspected she was bulimic. I was right. I looked under her bed. I'm like, what's all these candy wrappers and shit? You got fucking telling. What are you doing here? Are you sticking her? She got really pissed and started crying, but and she ended up leaving my brother. I guess it's harder on women. I don't know. You know, the whole thing to me is, you know, it's not what you look like. It's what's in your heart, what kind of person you are, what kind of character you have as a human being. And I find that there's a lot of girls on these dating sites that I'm physically attracted to, but I read something in their profile I don't like. I'll go through the questions. A lot of guys don't. I'll go through everything and see how they answer stuff. Like if they say they don't like animals, they don't let. I cross them off the list right away. I don't care how hot they are. I completely put them on ignore if I see that. If I see any detection and they don't have empathy or care for other people, gone. I just qualify them as a potential mate right off the bat. Not interested. You have to give a shit about people.
All right, guys. I think we're at that part of the night where I see it's getting late, so I think we're gonna wrap it up. And Jessica, we'll have to talk to you when you get back from Hawaii.
When I look like a lobster.
Yeah, we'll have to have you on. What's that? Like about 2 weeks from tonight, maybe, or sometime around that time.
Yeah, I come back March 1st.
Oh, all right. So that's less than 2 weeks then.
Send some pictures. Hey, stop by Vegas. And Jess and I, when she gets by Vegas, we'll go out, at least hang out or a date, whatever. If she wants to buy dinner, that's cool. I'll buy her dinner. She wants to open up the door for me, that's cool. She wants to open up the door for her, she gives me shit, maybe I'll slam a door in her face.
That's what we should do. We should record you and I going out on a date. That'll be like the new reality show.
All right.
That would be epic.
I'm good with that. Let me open up the door for you. No, fuck you, man. Here, I'm slamming the door. I'm gonna take you off-roading. Where I'm being the nice guy, open the door now, and we're off-roading. You gotta open up your own door. We're gonna go off-roading. We're going flying off some jumps. 70, 80, 90, 100 miles an hour in the desert.
Yeah, you can. I love speed, so I want to have you pee in your pants.
No, you won't.
Mhm.
I'll kick your ass.
I'll let you think whatever you want.
Wait. She's a woman. You can't cook a woman's ass, okay?
Oh, in her case, I can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, she likes competition.
Mhm.
All right, in competition you can, but you can't literally kick her ass. You know what I mean? Like.
I'm a trained weapon in the military. I'm kicking his butt.
She kicked my butt. I'm a former black belt. I haven't practiced in a while. It's been years.
So
I'm
tune
quicker.
in next time when Jessica and Scott tell us about their first date on the Beerman Network. All right, guys. Thanks for doing this. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you next time for the date report.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.